Hello and welcome to Card Kingdom's Twitch channel. Today we have a very, very special little event going for you. I am Kevin Harlan. I'm creative producer for Card Kingdom, and today we are playing some Unsanctioned. So we have two of our professional jokesters in-house today to play some games. On my left, we've got Rachel Hetty. And on my right, we've got Adam Klesch. Welcome both. How are you both today?
Doing well.
Good.
Glad to be here.
I'm pretty great.
Ready to,
pretty great. I mean, so far, you guys haven't started playing the games yet, so I imagine one of you is going to be doing really well, the other one, not so much. And our third superstar today, we have hand sanitizer. It's down by the screen because we're going to stay very clean. We've got some food items that we've brought today because today's stream is brought to you by A. Cornelia brand nuts. It's not nutty to go nuts for A. Cornelia brand nuts. So I'm going to just set that out for y'all. Feel free to enjoy some snacks as we game. You might need some acorn counters, in which case we can use these fancy little snacks on the cards. But please wash your hands. I'm just going to wash your hands. And out there in the stream, hello, welcome, and wash your hands. So, Unsanctioned. It's a new product. Just came out this last week. It's not a set, though. It is actually kind of a semi-constructed product. Mm-hmm. So how it works, we can go to the overhead cam so we can show off these beautiful cards down below us. We have 5 decks, one in each color, and it's a half deck each. So it is a 2-player box set. How it works is each player is going to choose one color, the other player chooses their color, and then you're going to choose a second color, and the other player chooses a second color. So you have 60 cards total. You're going to shuffle those together into one deck, and you're going to play a wonderful game of Magic the Gathering. And it's going to have a lot of really ridiculous stuff going on because Mark Rosewater loves to make jokes, and he somehow convinced all of the Wizards R&D team to go along with him, no surprise there, to create this wonderful, wonderful unsanctioned product. A little bit later today, we do have an interview that we'll be featuring with Mark Rosewater. He was generous enough to sit down with us and chat a little bit about the design of Unsanctioned. So please stick around. We'll show that off later. We've already decided who's going to start the game and what colors they're going to be playing with. So today, Adam Klesch, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, is going to be playing with the black and the red decks here. Little A. Cornelia and Steph, of course. Stet.
It is a proofreading term.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
We got a pro player over here. And on the other side, Rachel's going to be playing with the green deck and the white deck. So you guys go ahead and shuffle that up. I am going to take Sir Alexander Clamilton to my hand and just hum a bunch of songs that I can't actually hum out loud before we get shut down by Broadway. And we'll get right into it and play a little bit of Unsanctioned. It's just a moment here while we prep our decks, make sure they are properly randomized.
I love the feel of shuffling unsleeved cards.
We're monsters.
Nice. It's the proper way to do Unsanctioned and unsets, I believe. You know, no sleeves. You really want those cards.
Lots of liquid on the table.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah. Nuts, salty
snacks.
nuts. You get some little bit of
fingerprints all over the
yep,
cards.
some Cheetos if we get them a little bit later. We don't have Cheetos. I apologize to you both. I don't really want to set anyone up.
Severely disappointed.
And chat, if y'all have any questions about the product or have any questions about stuff that's going on in the game, please shout out. We are watching chat at the same time. I will ask you, please don't say, oh, Rachel's got this card in her hand, she should play it, because then Adam's going to see it and he's going to know it's coming, but he's going to pretend he doesn't see that. So, thank you, chat. All right, so we rolled some dice earlier. Adam won that dice roll, so he's going to be starting the game once we're all started. I'm going to split that deck here for you, get that ready to go.
Excellent.
And I imagine that it is standard mulligan rules.
Yep.
And we'll get started. A little Unsanctioned.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, you don't look. Don't look over there. I'm showing chat my hand.
Okay,
You can't look at it.
I know nothing. I see nothing.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
All right.
Okay.
That's a lot of silver bordered cards.
Yeah, that's a full some number of percentage
Some
that I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm happy with this opening hand.
Okay, well, you look away now.
Oh.
Go to the corner with you. You stop it right now. All right, so we got pretty good hand.
Yeah. All right. That is also a hand of cards.
It is a hand of
Congratulations, both of you. I'm so proud of you. You didn't somehow sneak some other non-magic cards in there.
Yes.
So when you're ready, let's go ahead and play a
Alright.
little Unsanctioned.
I'm going to play Underdome first. I can tap it for 1 mana of any color to spend on silver bordered cards. Or
Nice.
silver bordered costs. Luckily, most of the cards in my deck are silver bordered.
Ooh.
A good percentage, I would say.
Yeah, good percentage. Besides
Yeah.
the basic lands, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and draw. I'm going to play a forest. I'm going to pass my turn.
All right,
Just
the
sit
slow
there.
start.
Yeah.
All right.
And Underdome is the unique land that is first printed in Unsanctioned. It is actually in each of the decks. So both of our players are going to have up to 2 Underdomes in play at any time.
All right, we're going to get this started with a bang. I'm going to pay 2 black mana.
Ooh.
And I'm going to cast Enter the Dungeon. All right, Kevin, this is up to you how this resolves.
And in true Card Kingdom fashion, this thing has gone off the rails within about a minute. Well, rather than subject our viewers to a empty board state as you guys play a game underneath the table, for this first round, I'm going to ask that you both play rock paper scissors under the table.
Okay.
I'm not going to peek under there because there's only so much room, so I leave it up to your honor.
All
Best
right.
2 of 3.
I can back up a little bit.
Yep. All right. There is actually a game going on underneath the table right now.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh,
Yeah, I won.
All right. So Rachel has won the Enter the Dungeon.
You get to search your library for 2 cards and put them in your hand.
Ooh,
That's
all right.
pretty good.
I'm gonna do a little search.
Okay.
Find some.
That's also the end of my turn. I cast a spell to let you draw 2 cards or search your deck for 2 cards.
Hey, Prime
That's
Killer,
fun.
thanks for joining us. They played the game last night, and it was fun. Got to play a sub game under the table. So this first one, we're just doing we're trying to keep things light and fast here, but don't you worry. At some point, I will make them actually play some sort of ridiculous game under the table.
You should show chat what you grabbed. I won't.
Oh,
look.
I will.
Oh yeah,
Give my deck a little
Thank
info.
you, anonymous grifter. And anonymous grifter.
an anonymous grifter,
All right,
gifter.
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 I like grifter. That sounds anonymous grifter.
I'm not looking.
All right. So those are the 2 cards that Rachel just searched out of her library from that.
Is it safe? Okay.
Keeping it
Into the
interesting.
dungeon.
Keeping it interesting.
We have entered. We have left the dungeon.
All right. Then I'm gonna
I'll split that for you there.
We've got a table friend
table
to
friend.
cut our decks
I'd-
for us.
Table
yeah,
bag.
I gotta earn my keep somehow.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
I'm gonna play planes, and then if I remember correctly, there we go. Bingo.
Ooh.
Yep.
What does he do?
He is a 1/1 trampler. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a chip counter on its converted mana cost. Bingo, it's +9/+9 for each of 3 numbers in a row with chip counters on them. So
And today we're gonna be using a Cornelia brand nuts, the only nuts that are 100% guaranteed not to have those dirty chipmunk hands in them.
dirty chipmunk hands.
All right. Anything else from you?
Nope, that is my turn.
I do want to say chipmunk hands are probably actually literally dirty. That is no joke.
Right. So you said +9/+9, right?
+9
For
+9.
each set of 3 that are in a row.
That's
Yep.
very interesting. I will play a mountain, so I have all 5 of my colors now.
Ooh. Nifty Chris, don't worry. We have, I can't reach it, but there is some non-branded hand sanitizer that we've been dumping on the nuts every minute. So it's totally fine. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine.
I'll pass turn.
70% alcohol. We're good.
This is gonna get real wacky real fast.
Everything's fine. It's fine. All right.
You take 3 damage.
All right. So I forgot to draw. That's my bad. And I did. And then I played Underdome as well. Mm-hmm. So now we got a lovely little game here going on.
Oh, all right.
Let's see here. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and get this one in the ring, just to keep it flavorful, just to keep it nice. welcome to the stage.
Ooh.
EMC.
All right.
So it says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may stand up and say in a deep, booming voice, "Presenting!" and that creature's name. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature.
All right, that sounds fun.
Very nice.
Yep.
So you've cast a 3 CMC spell. So we're going to put a Cornelia brand peanut on the 3 spot.
On the 3 spot.
I love it.
What up, my dudes? All right, and that is my turn. Actually, nah. I'm gonna
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Well,
Swing at you.
just because of that, I have
no.
an instant speed something or other. I'm going to cast Blast from the Past, but just as normal cost.
Just
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this a little different.
okay.
We're going to do this. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cycle it. And then I'm going to pay 1 and cast it for its madness cost.
Ah, very nice.
2 damage to Bingo.
Bye, Bingo.
B-I-N-G, no.
And into my mouth, that not good.
And then I will take my turn.
Boo.
Bow, 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 bow.
Wow.
Well, the good news is for you that I did not draw anything good. So I will pass.
That's
turn
what
back.
somebody who has a bunch of good cards says.
A
All right,
likely
back
story.
over to Rachel.
Likely story. All right. All right. Got a couple things we could do. We've got a couple things we could do. Think though. I'm gonna go ahead and play another planes.
Mm-hmm. Thought
And
you
then-
might do that.
Yep, thought you might do that. That's fair. That's fair. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and really do this. So I really have to kind of.
You do have to stand up.
I do have to stand up.
And it needs
so-
to be a deep, booming voice.
deep booming voice. All right, presenting Night of the Hokey Pokey.
All right.
What is a Knight of the Hokey Pokey?
Well, he's a first striker. He's a 2/2 first striker,
Mm-hmm.
and I can pay 1 and a white. And I can do the Hokey Pokey, which should be really fun for chat.
You want a +1/+1 counter?
I
There you
do.
go.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Okay, let's
grab
use
one.
one of the big ones here. We'll save
the
those
big-
Those are more
dice
fun.
for
Save the
later.
Wii dice for later,
Yep.
and that kind of thing. But if I do the Hokey Pokey, and I turn myself around, I prevent all damage.
Oh, that's what it's all about.
Ah,
That's what it's all
that
about.
is what it's all
That's
about.
what it's all about. That kind of thing. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass my turn after that one.
All right.
All right.
Turns out it is a dance battle, not only a magic battle.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna step
Goodness
up crew.
me.
Instead, that's a movie reference. I don't
Step
know.
up to the library. Okay. All right.
All right, we're gonna get weird.
Ooh.
Let's get
Now
weird.
we're gonna start getting weird.
Let's get weird. I'm gonna cast yet another Ether Vortex. All creatures have haste. Players play with the top card of their library is revealed.
Okay.
Non-instant, non-sorcery cards on top of a library are on the battlefield under their owner's control, in addition to being in that library.
Ah. Okay. So currently, Adam has a mountain on top of his library, so he will have an additional mountain on his side of the board. Rachel, on the other hand, has an old fogey, which is a 7/7 dinosaur with a lot of old keywords on it. Now, fortunately, you won't need to pay its echo cost because it has not actually entered the battlefield. It
Okay.
is just already on the battlefield.
Okay.
So how does phasing... Can you draw a card that's phased out?
Well,
Still in your library, so yes.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
face out on
yes.
the battlefield.
Yep. Correct.
Is it phased out in your hand?
Once it enters your hand, it's no longer on your library, and therefore is no longer on the battlefield and cannot be phased.
Yep.
Well, all right then.
Now you know.
Before she draws it, she will have to pay the cumulative upkeep,
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
she will have to sacrifice it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens
Well,
when we
I'm-
get there.
I'm passing the turn, so it is now your untap step.
Okay, so untap.
And then
I-
upkeep.
Upkeep. I will have to pay the upkeep.
You can choose not to.
It will just sacrifice itself.
It technically has phased out right now.
Still have to do cumulative upkeep.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's say. Sorry, old fogey. That is a lot of words, and my eyes are a little bit dry today. So.
Alright, so you do have to reveal the top card of your library before you draw it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
It's a plains.
So now we're going to move to your draw step.
All right. Draw, and then
And then once again, what do you have in play?
What do you got? Oh. How does that work?
That is probably not actually a thing. Or would it die? Judge?
Judge.
Does it have any toughness?
It has 0 toughness.
It does.
It says -0 for its toughness. Ba, 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 ba.
Okay.
Woohoo.
That's
I did
just
it.
nuts. In fact, that's a Cornelia brand nuts.
Now available on our table.
Yeah, actually, you can find it at grocers across the plain, or also buried in your backyard underneath an oak tree.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah. All right, now we've finally entered Rachel's main phase, her first main phase.
Hey, I'm gonna play a forest. And that kind of thing. And let's see here. What do I?
6 mana. You can do a lot of stuff here
I
now.
can do a lot of things here. However,
Will she need to tap her entire library or just the top card of her library?
It's only the top card that is on the battlefield.
That is true. That is true.
We're not animating libraries here yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That is an uncard that exists.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool beans. We're just gonna go into attack mode then.
All right, going to
I'm
combat.
Going to combat. I'm swinging with my Knight of the Hokey Pokey.
I have no blocks.
All right, the first damage of the game. 3
Ow.
damage. At first strike.
First blood. And then I'm gonna pass my turn.
All right. I will untap. During my upkeep, I'm going to tap my mountain on top of my library and a swamp. that I have.
Oh,
And I'm going to
fancy.
say, it's coming.
All right, so
Okay, what
he
does
has
that do?
revealed Infernal Spawn of Evil. What does that do?
I reveal it from my hand and say, it's coming. It deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. That opponent is you. And I can only drink it during my upkeep and only once each turn.
Oh,
So now you
perfectly
know.
timing.
Now
So,
you know.
1 damage.
It's coming.
It's coming.
And then I draw for my turn.
Look at that. All right, and now you have a Snickering Squirrel on the battlefield. That is a 1/1 Squirrel Advisor. You may tap Snickering Squirrel to increase the result of a die any player rolls by 1.
That's not bad. I will play.
Whoa, where'd that mountain come from?
It was tapped and now it's not because it switched zones.
It's a lot of zones that mountain went through.
I don't know. I will attack with my squirrel because it has haste.
Squirrel.
Oh, it does have haste.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Oh, all creatures
all
have
creatures
haste.
have haste.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I am going to go ahead and take that 1.
All right, so it's now 17 to 18.
All right, and then I shall pass the turn.
Okay.
All right. Cookie draw. All right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, that's coming next turn.
Yep. Yep, that is. You are correct.
Non-creature, non-instant, non-sorcery cards. Okay.
Instants and sorceries as
Can't
much as
exist,
They
turns
can't
out.
be on the battlefield.
Yes.
That's sadly enough.
If only they could be on the stack. We'll wait for the next unset for Mark to break those rules.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack you again with my Knight of the Hokey Pokey.
I will
Alright.
not block.
3 damage, down to 14 to 18.
All right.
And pass my turn. Unfortunately, I did not draw the thing that I need.
All right. Untap. I will untap my squirrel on top of my library, and then I will draw it for my turn.
Spam.
And another
Cool.
swamp.
No.
That's a lot of land.
Let's see. We'll just tap all these bad boys here
no.
to play Stet Draconic Proofreader.
No.
Tell us about Step.
Okay, so when he attacks, I can exile a card from my graveyard. When I do, it deals 4 damage to any target whose name begins with the same letter as the exiled card. And I can pay a white mana, which I can get from my Underdome, to delete the first letter of target permanent or player's name until end of turn.
Ooh.
I gotta do some math here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is easy enough. I will attack with Stet because he does have haste, and I will exile Enter the Dungeon and do 4 damage to MC.
Ooh.
Put my exile down here.
yeah, say I have.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
It just worked out that way. Sometimes they do.
Sometimes I do. Yep. I say I got no responses for that, unfortunately. So
Okay,
and then I take
And
4.
four. in the
Four.
air.
You have 4/4. And then I will tap my swamp to play Snickering Squirrel.
Stupid squirrel.
And pass turn.
Alrighty. Draw.
Reveal. Ooh.
Ooh.
What does that? Ban a card other than a basic land.
card for the rest of the match. So
All right.
soon.
That's pretty soon.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's
Oh,
coming.
shh.
All right. Okay. Do we have a tape measure here?
Wow.
Nope, but I'm a pretty good guess of distances.
That's an interesting question that you ask.
Why so?
Oh.
Can we measure
know-
in peanuts?
Well, we can. It might take a while. I am going to be playing Slaying Mantis.
Oh, I'm familiar with this card.
Yes. So it has just a second. As long as the spell is on the stack, players can't move cards on the battlefield. Slaying Mantis enters the battlefield by being thrown from a distance of at least 3 feet.
Okay.
When Slaying Mantis enters the battlefield, it fights each creature an opponent controls that it touched as it entered. And this is
Alright.
a 6/6.
I'm ready.
So-
3 feet should be approximately as far back as the chair that you were sitting in. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's about 3. We'll call that. That's pretty good.
Okay.
And drum roll. Ah, that's okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
It's
no
still
opponent-
big, and it has
Still
haste.
big.
Still big.
haste.
Still haste. All that kind of good stuff. So
At
that's
least,
okay.
at least you didn't miss the table.
I was gonna say small miracles. That's just don't want to overshoot that. That's all. Okay. Cool. And then we're gonna go ahead and swing for. Yeah, we're gonna swing for 6.
Jump block
Woo!
with my 1/1.
All right.
Bye,
Goodbye,
buddy.
squirrel.
Bye, squirrel. You did nothing.
Not
You did
snickering
nothing.
anymore.
No. And then shoot. Yep. That's all I can do.
Untap. Untap that as well before I draw. Upkeep. Do I want to do anything during my upkeep? You have 7 mana. That costs 7 mana.
Ooh.
I think I do want to do something. I'm
Okay.
going to say it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
So 1 damage to Rachel.
1 damage. And then I'll drop for my turn.
All right. How ominous.
So ominous.
Dun dun dun.
Before combat, I'm going to cast Super Duper Death Ray on your Knight of the Hokey Pokey.
Oh no.
Oh, and I don't have any mana open.
I know.
All right, and that instant does have trample,
It sure does.
so it's going to be 3 damage to the Knight of the Hokey Pokey, and the final damage will hit Rachel.
I couldn't turn myself around.
No, not in
I'm
time.
going to just leave this here so you know that it's coming.
It's coming.
And then I will attack for 4.
All right, so that's 4
4
damage.
Yep, 4
Down to
green.
8.
Oh, I am going to, as well, exile Super Duper Death Ray to deal 4 damage
Oh,
to Slaying
no!
Mantis. And then I'm going to pay 4 mana to cast Blast from the Past with its flashback cost of 4 to do 2 more damage to Slaying Mantis.
Ooh, look at that. Combo.
Adam,
Wow.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, this turned around real
This
fast.
is a friendly game.
So friendly. I can feel the warmth coming from that's ahead.
It's the hot cocoa.
Yeah. Aw.
Ugh.
That's turn.
All right.
All right, let's see if we can.
Turn this around.
Round.
Now, what card is on the battlefield for you?
Oh, that's right. That's right. We have an ordinary pony.
Hey,
Oh, there
this
you
one
go.
lives.
This one lives. When this creature enters the battlefield, would this actually trigger?
Nope, it has not entered the battlefield. It was just
Okay.
already on the battlefield. You turned around and there it was.
Turning around, I was just like, pony. That's not
Murr. Except smaller than that.
except and just a little bit weird. That's all. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, are
Not
you
in
scared?
existence.
Nothing's
Not there.
happening.
That
Nothing's
doesn't
happening?
exist yet.
No,
I'm just
No.
hanging out.
I don't know. I think it's something. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play. Go to jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
On
do
his
not
head.
pass go.
Do
We'll just
not.
put him there.
Do not collect $100.
Honestly, he
Yeah.
deserves it.
He really does. Let's say. I don't like it. I don't like my spelling and my grammar being corrected. Google and all the Microsoft Suite Office tools do that for me, so I'm good.
Yeah. Can you tell us about Go to Jail?
Yeah, absolutely. So when Go to Jail enters the battlefield, exiled target creature an opponent controls until Go to Jail leaves the battlefield. At the beginning of the upkeep. Thank you. Scrub dub dub. At the beginning of the upkeep, the exiled card's owner, that player rolls two two-sided die. God, 2 6-sided die. I can talk today, I swear. If they roll doubles, sacrifice Go to Jail. So basically, Adam has to roll doubles. Snake
If only
eyes.
he had that skittering squirrel. Snickering
Oh yeah, I could change one to make it doubles.
You could have.
My
Could've.
squirrel.
My squirrel.
Now, if a card's on the library, can I cast it to actually enter
No,
the field?
it's already in the battlefield.
Because it's already in
you
the
can
It
attack
already
with it, though.
exists.
I can already attack with that.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
already there.
It's just kind of there. Okay, cool. Yeah, then, yeah, I'm just gonna attack with my little pony.
I shall take 2 damage and
Two
say
demo-
ow.
Two damage.
Yo.
Two damage.
I've done it.
Yeah. That is all I got.
All right, then I shall untap for the turn. And then I will move the draw step. I will draw this mountain, which you've already seen.
Before you do that,
During my upkeep.
during
Yep.
the upkeep, is it still in jail?
Yes.
Jail.
It is still in jail.
And then this gets face up. It is more mountains.
More mountains.
And we'll play that one. And then I will tap this many mana to cast Infernal Spawn of Evil.
What?
Soon.
It's come.
It has come.
It has come.
And then I will declare attacks.
Okay.
7.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
nice.
Is he going AWOL?
Oh, he is.
He's getting removed.
Ba-bam! AWOL.
I
So,
remember seeing that
Yep.
earlier.
exile target attacking creature, then remove it from the game, then put it
Oh,
into
wait.
the absolutely removed from the
Just hand it,
freaking
Kevin.
game
I think,
forever
Kevin, you're the,
zone.
Oh.
Removed forever.
We'll hang on to that for later.
Goodbye.
Bye, buddy.
I hardly knew ye.
For the game, not for the match.
That's.
Forever.
I have no more cards.
It's
It's like dog forever. So you walk out of the house and then
you were gone.
you were gone for so long. Draw. Ooh. And planes. Okay. So I'm gonna play a forest for my turn, and then.
Hello, Murazist. Welcome. We are playing a little Unsanctioned, so it's getting real weird. We have yet another Aether Vortex on the battlefield, which means that the top card of both of our players' libraries are also on the battlefield. Mm-hmm. It's gotten real weird already.
Super weird, super strange.
I would say this game is nuts. In fact, I'd say it's A. Cornelia brand nuts. It ain't nutty to be nuts about A. Cornelia brand nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my little guy out there.
Aww.
I like my little pony.
Aww.
Usually and normally, when this creature enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-horse creature you control that wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability this turn, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Okay.
Generally speaking, you'd be able to do that. I don't have anything, unfortunately,
You needed.
but it does have
more
haste,
horses.
and my pony's coming at your face.
Ow. Ow.
Little Sebastian!
Can we sing? Are we loud?
I don't think we can sing the song.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, no.
All right.
Up in North Sea heaven.
New to this game, what year's cards? So this is the new product. It is called Unsanctioned. I'm just going to squeeze this into frame. It's a new box set that Wizards just released this past weekend. It is made up.
Jail.
1-3. That card is still in jail. It is made up of cards from all of the unsets that have been released so far. That's Unglued, Unhinged, and
Something. Stable.
Unstable. Yes, there we go. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, that can't be right.
The horses go to the stable.
Oh, Unstable, of course. And then a few new cards. So it is kind of the wacky version of Magic.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
So not emblematic of normal Magic, but certainly fun. Ooh. So, Rachel, what do you have on the battlefield now?
Right now, I have my ordinary pony. But I also have right now staying power until end of turn, and this turn effects don't end.
Oh no!
That's gonna get weird.
It's gonna
no.
get real weird.
I can delete your whole name forever.
All right, get ready, Chris. Producer.
I could go really dark with this. I'm not.
I am ready to edit things on the
Thanks, buddy.
Totally.
You're the best.
Whatever, Rachel.
So what do we got there?
Strategy schmategy.
Okay, cool.
Something random's gonna happen next turn. I don't know.
Or is it?
Probably.
Or is it?
Maybe.
Or is it?
Or is it? Because we're just gonna go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, that's so
6,
many.
and 7. Look at me! I'm the DCI!
Oh no!
Which card are you banning?
I am banning strategy schmategy.
All right. Well, then I will give it to Kevin.
For the match.
For the
That's
match.
That's gone forever.
Boom.
Oh yeah, because it can't be in your deck.
Yeah.
It has been banned.
It's not like the other one. The other one comes back, but this one's gone forever.
Okay. So what creature, or what do you now have on the battlefield?
I have Paniac. It's a 0/3. At the beginning of my upkeep, I roll a 6-sided dice, and it gets plus X plus 0 on a turn, where X is the result.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Except until end of turn is not
It
any
is.
longer.
I mean,
Well, until you draw that card, in which
Until-
case that will not be on
Yeah.
the battlefield anymore.
unless you
That's right.
cast it after that.
After that, and then
Yeah, it will.
Ugh.
It will be on the battlefield.
gross. Yeah, you have a blocker, so I'm gonna pass turn.
Merzeast Core Set 2020 is a really cool set. I like the core sets because they tend to have a
Jail.
little bit more of those kind of regular cards, like not average cards, but
Mountain.
they don't
I
get
will tap
into
that mountain
one
because
theme.
it's
So
more
it's a
fun.
really great
Yeah.
way to join the game.
And I'll play Paniac.
Paniac! Are you a Paniac?
On the board. It does have haste, but it is also a 0/3, so I will choose not to attack.
That's fair.
And I will pass my turn.
Okay.
All right, so that goes away.
Okay. End of turn is now a real thing.
So I would have to reveal and then draw.
No, you drew the.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yep,
right.
so-
Nah, nah, nah.
Oh, Timmy!
Timmy!
Timmy, what up, buddy? So this is actually new art, correct, for Timmy the Power Gamer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't
He's
that
wearing
nice?
a dinosaur costume now.
Exactly.
Hello, Connor. Welcome. MTG Fuzzy to Wuzzy.
Ah, what up, buddy?
Hello. Hello. I'm waving.
It's like
don't
it's
know.
like a camera.
Oh, he passed his turn. Go, go.
Go! now. So anyway, Timmy Power Gamer, you can pay 4 colorless mana, or just generic mana. Sorry. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Ooh.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's okay.
It's fine.
NBD.
Cool. Play my forest and block her. Yeah, we're gonna stay until something happens. So unfortunately,
Okay.
I passed my turn.
All right. I'm just going to do all my dice at once.
Okay.
These
Oh,
two
I
are for the
see.
go to jail. The big one's for the Paniac.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. So the card is still in jail.
Yeah.
We didn't get a match. However, Paniac will get +6
Oh, I
plus
should
7 until end
untap
of
all my
turn.
stuff too.
Eh,
I have to untap my mountain before I draw it because I don't want to tap
that
my
is
hand.
true.
That's true.
I got a
Okay.
jumbo imp on top, which is also in the battlefield.
Yes.
As it enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. Does it?
Nope.
It's not entering.
It's already dead.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Goodbye, jumbo imp.
no.
Bye-bye.
Let's see what else. Oh, swamp.
Oh, more land.
That's fine.
Everything's fine.
All right, attack for 6.
Sorry, Pony.
No,
Yeah.
little Sebastian. Okay.
Bye-bye, little Sebastian.
You're really going to horsey head with now.
We'll miss you in the greatest fashion. Pass turn.
Alright, draw. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
That's gonna be fun. So we have Flavor Judge now, which is one of the new cards from Unsanctioned.
Yes, it is.
I can tap it to choose target spell or ability that targets a permanent you control. Then ask a person outside the game, in this case Kevin,
That's me.
if the story of what will happen makes sense. If they say no, sacrifice Flavor Judge and counter that spell or ability.
All right.
That's fair.
Basically, because Magic sometimes has some weird names and weird abilities, it can create some odd situations of like, how would that actually work in reality?
Would that work?
Have you tried putting boots on a snake?
I mean, boots, no, but boot.
Boot.
There's a boot on my snake.
There's a boot. What's this all a boot?
What is this all about? All right.
All right, so we got that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pay for to get good old friend Timmy
Timmy.
onto the battlefield.
All right. A little 1/1
He's fine.
with a
He's
great
fine.
ability.
He's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
No big deal.
All right, and then I'm gonna,
Now, Timmy is hasty.
he is hasty.
You can attack for 1.
Oh, that's right. I can attack for one.
You can attack
Flavor
for 3.
Judge is also hasty, actually.
No, I'm not going to attack
Okay.
for 3. I'm just
I
going to
mean,
attack for 1.
you don't
Okay.
have to.
I
I will
don't-
take 1.
All right,
Just
1
take one.
damage. It is now 8-9.
I'm trying to make this the silliest game I can. Adam.
You don't want your flavor judge to go away right away.
Exactly. I got to have that flavor.
All right.
Merzit says they just started playing Magic about 3 weeks ago, and it's easy to learn. Yeah, if you are looking for a great way to learn, you can actually, Card Kingdom does sell rookie decks. They're a great way to kind of start exploring some of the colors, and then if you like those, we also have these cool things. Look, I even have one on hand called battle decks. So these are a little bit more advanced. They're for like that, they're good for actually intro players and later players, but they'll give you a little bit more of that depth of mechanics. And there's a lot of them, and they're real fun.
Great for kitchen table magic.
Yeah. And also, hey, Cornelia brand nuts. I just can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Once you open the thing, you got to eat them all.
All
That's
of them.
that's the
Now.
slogan.
Right to the slogan.
Stuff
It's
them
real
in your
long.
cheek
It's
pouches.
not a good slogan. But
I'm not in marketing. I don't know.
you try to tell that to squirrels. They get very angry. Okay. Rachel, anything else on your turn?
On that, no, I'm gonna friendly pass.
I will untap.
All right.
I
We've
will
got an
draw.
upkeep step here.
Oh, I do have an upkeep. I keep forgetting.
Nope, still in jail.
Well.
However, that Paniac
Is still a
is back for more.
6-3.
All right, draw that. And I also have a Cornelia fashionable
Ooh.
filter on the battlefield. Whenever I cast a spell with a squirrel in its art, I get an acorn counter. And whenever a squirrel I control enters the battlefield or dies, I get an acorn counter. And I can pay some mana and acorn counters to do things.
Okay. So I'm going to just sneak this in here. This is your Acorn stash.
So if you'll notice, every land does have a squirrel in the art.
Yes, it does.
Oh my goodness.
However, you are not casting those lands, so you won't get the trigger on that. Yeah, the lands don't. But that is actually a really cool thing. All of the basic lands in Unsanctioned have tiny little squirrels hidden in the art. So if I may borrow this untapped plains here, we'll turn it to you. It's kind of hard to see, but this one actually, no, we're probably not going to see it. There's a squirrel in the clouds here. That's pretty clever. So if we can get that in chat, we'll throw that up there. But you can also just head over to cardkingdom.com. Click on the Unsanctioned button. That'll take you to our Unsanctioned landing page, and you can kind of take a look at all of the cards we have available. You can buy singles if you're just looking for a couple of these, or I believe we still have some in stock, so you can actually pick up the entire box set, and you can have the fun that we are having today.
And it is
Disclaimer: it does not come with a tin of A. Cornelia brand nuts. They only sponsored the show and not the entire Unsanctioned process.
They're a startup.
They're really a groundswell of squirrels.
All right,
Yep.
I'm going to go to my attack step,
Yep.
and a Cornelia and Paniac will attack you.
Ooh, so
okay.
I got
A 6-3 and a 3-3.
3-3. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm so sorry, Flavor Judge. I really wanted to tell a very ridiculous story, but I'm gonna go ahead and.
So MTG Fuzzy Tuwuzzy, he does not have an Acorn token yet because Acornelia is actually on top of his library. It has not entered the battlefield.
I never cast it.
Yeah, has not cast.
Yep, so block Paniac, blocking that 6, and then I will take 3.
Okay.
Bop, bop, bump.
Boom.
And then I shall pass the turn.
It never entered the battlefield, Fuzzy Tuwuzzy.
Oh, and before we have to actually flip that over.
It was on the battlefield the whole time.
Yep, and actually Acornelia, I don't believe that she gives an acorn for herself.
Yeah, I think she would, because she does enter. Whenever a squirrel enters the battlefield or dies, you get one.
Oh, she does see
Yeah.
herself enter. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. But yet another Aether Vortex, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I'm having fun with it.
Can't help myself.
Yeah.
Hey, Cornelia brand.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Once you open the thing, you gotta eat them all. I
You
didn't
should
make
hear
it
the
up.
jingle. It's really good. Once you open the can, you gotta eat them all. Acornelia brand nuts. It ain't nutty to go nuts for Acornelia brand nuts.
Oh god. Yeah, that's unfortunately all I got. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna swing with Timmy and say bye.
Oh. Okay.
Pass my turn.
Well, he may roll very low on Paniac.
He may roll very, very low.
Yep.
Nope.
3 6s in a row.
All right, so Stet is still unfortunately in jail.
In jail.
And I also have a Hwested Hireling.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, it's a 2-1 when it what's the rules type?
It has flying as long as it's being held above the battlefield. It does not have flying right now, but it
Oh.
may in the future.
Yep. I don't think that you can pick up the top card of your library, so unfortunately it won't have flying until you can cast it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to attack, though,
Yeah.
with all my friends. Oh, I did get an acorn counter, excuse me.
You did get that counter.
Oh yeah.
Save it for later.
Yep.
For later.
All right.
And
So
multi-attack.
that is 9, 11 damage coming across the battlefield. Rachel.
I got no blockers, and unfortunately, I got nothing in my hand.
So that is game 1. Woo! All right. So everyone go ahead and take your cards back. Let's see. Strategy is still...
That's still fine.
Still banned.
Oh, no, that's banned.
That is banned. However, Infernal Spawn of Evil will return to you. Is that correct? Because AWOL? Okay.
correct.
So we'll just kind of split these up there. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are still going to be playing another match. So they're going to shuffle these up. We're going to go into the second game of this first match. We've got Adam here on my right. Hello, that's Adam. That's his face this time. And this is Rachel on this side. Also her face over there. Today is brought to you by Acornelia brand nuts. They are down here. Look at how delicious those are. They are, in fact, pretty delicious. I'm going to use some nuts and then get some hand sanitizer. Oh, I do want to, well, yeah, let's do that first. Hold on, just good hygiene is always a
hygiene.
smart thing to do.
Always good.
Safety first.
Always good.
Now, the cool thing about Unsanctioned is it actually comes with some really, really fancy, cool cards, and they happen to be right in front of me here. So, these are the full art lands. So, every unset that comes out or unproduct, they generally throw in some really cool full art lands. This was actually the Unhinged. Unhinged was the first one with the full arts?
Unglued.
Unglued. I always forget the order of them. But yeah, so they came out with that, and then every unset after that, and unproduct has these full art lands. So in this product, you're going to get 5 foils, 1 of each color. So that's the plains. I'll hold that a little closer there. Nice and bright. You see that foil. Also the island. Oh.
Yeah, that
We've
foil is
got
really nice.
That swamp.
Swamp.
The swamp.
Twink.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Very nice. And you can check all these out on cardking.com as well. And there is that forest. So you get 1 of each in foil, and then they also give you 1 of each in the non-foil. So you get 2 of each color. They are really cool. They're actually a combination of each of the 3 full art lands that they had created in the previous sets. So they kind of took design elements from each, mashed them all together in true unfashion, and they went. So, we're going to get right into this next game here. Rachel's going to start us off since she unfortunately lost that first round.
I did.
We'll just
But-
say he didn't win.
Anything can happen.
That's nicer.
I don't want your pity, Adam. I don't want it.
I'm going to take this acorn stash because you do not yet have a stash.
I don't.
However, I will keep your strategy. We didn't actually get to see this card go off, so while you guys get ready, I'll read this. This is a sorcery for 2 red. There it is in front of the screen there. How it works is you roll a 6-sided dice, and it has the indicated effect. If you roll a 1, it does nothing. If you roll a 2, it destroys all artifacts. 3 is destroy all lands. 4 is strategy smategy, deals 3 damage to each creature and each player. 5, each player discards their hand and draws 7 cards. And 6, repeat this process 2 more times. Just keep doing it. Don't stop. Won't stop. All right. Is everyone happy with their hands?
I am very not.
Okay, all right. So we're going to have a mulligan on one side. Now, this is a friendly game, so we'll give you 1 free mulligan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you want a free mulligan too?
No, I like
Okay.
my hand.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
I like my hand, and I'm just gonna show chat real quick.
Well, I'm
so
not
we
gonna-
can-
I'll
yeah,
shuffle
okay.
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's a card. Ooh, that is a card.
That is a card.
That
Oh,
is also a card.
that is very,
Ooh.
very long-winded.
Yep.
And,
Oh,
It sounds like you got a lot of cards over
yeah,
there.
I do. In fact, 7 of them.
Yeah.
7 of them.
All right.
That's a lot.
I know.
So Merzis says in their country they only have one magic shop for one shop for MTG. Every Friday night happens the magic. Yeah. Friday Night Magic is great. It's really wonderful to support your local stores. We are all, obviously, we are Mox Boarding House people. Card Kingdom, that's the brick and mortar stores for Card Kingdom. But we're local stores too. I always go to Mox to play for the pre-releases. I love it. But we really recommend that everybody support your local stores because it's so nice to have that local community. And if you can't get some cards there, go to cardkingdom.com and we'll be able to hook you up and get those shipped out no matter where you are in the world.
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this game. Rachel, when you're ready, you may start.
All right, I'm going to play a forest and pass my turn. I know.
That's shady. That's real suspicious.
Nothing suspicious here.
Swamp go.
Oh, all right.
Oh, definitely not 80.
Calm down, both of you.
Oh.
This is a family show, all right?
You're not a real dad.
See, that
I
one, that
I
one's
tell you
me
that
and
every
one
day.
too.
All right.
Doing that. All right, and we're going to unlikely play another forest.
Oh,
careful.
All right.
getting-
Two
getting
forests now.
Spicy up in here. And then we're going to go ahead and get my little wild crocodile up in here.
Ooh.
I was like, when this card enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library.
Oh,
All
okay.
right,
Interesting.
so-
I bet she's going to
Interesting.
go for a forest. She's gonna
Or
go out there.
planes.
Indeed.
Ah,
I'm going
good
for
call,
planes.
good call.
Going for planes, yep. I can't go for my Underdome.
Could have gone.
Not basic.
It could have
Not
gone
basic
the other
enough.
way.
Not basic enough.
All
Doesn't
right. Anything else?
All right.
On that one, no, since it's not hasted.
No.
No haste this
either.
round.
Not yet another.
All right, you ready for this?
Oh.
Mountain.
Oh.
Careful.
Good night, Merazis. Thanks for joining us. It is 1:47 in the morning. I'm going to talk a little quieter. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Get some sleep.
I'm gonna make you have a hard decision now.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna play Dirty Rat. When it enters the battlefield, you discard a card.
Ooh, you dirty rat.
Dirty
I mean,
rat. Oh. Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind. There's that. Alright. I am going to go ahead. Mainly because, again, my eyes are very dry today, and this is just so long-winded. And
Oh, no.
I love it, though. This is a very fun card to play in Unsanctioned. Like, I think it's one from one of the other unsets I got printed in here.
So- about that card, I have some trivia.
Oh,
The
yes.
original version, if you look it up, you'll see that there are different changes that are made. All the changes that were made in the first one are printed on this, and then they scribbled out new changes.
Ah.
It was the old rules to the
The
new
middle rules.
rules.
Now the middle rules to the new rules.
Just
Yep.
the way that things are written out on there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it is entirely different, written out entirely different than the original.
Nice.
Now, is that art, has that been consistent for each printing of it?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
just the playtest.
Yep. And so,
Style.
actually, surprisingly enough, the Wizards just spoiled these earlier today, but they showed off the foils for Mystery Boosters. So when you buy Mystery Boosters, when you were playing the Tournament Edition, they actually snuck in some of those the playtest cards.
Oh, did they?
Yep. Yeah, for the Tournament Edition. So when you buy them now, the retail edition, those don't have those playtest cards.
Oh,
on.
okay.
But yeah, it would be some kind
the
of crazy
convention
stuff like that where it would have kind of a card over a card.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
fair.
Well, that was a very hard decision.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is back to Rachel.
Alrighty.
Do your worst.
Well, when you say it
Or maybe
like
like
that.
your second worst.
I was gonna say, I was like, do you really want that? Or...
Hey, no. It's a family show. Everyone do their best. Everyone gets participation trophies.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and play a Plains. Shockingly.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And then we're going to go ahead and get a lovely little Squirrel Farm.
Squirrel Farm.
Squirrel Farm!
All right.
So it's an enchantment right now, so it doesn't really do anything. But I can pay 1 and a green. Reveal a card in your hand covering the artist credit. Target opponent guesses the artist. If they guess wrong, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token.
Wow. Okay. All
So,
right.
I hope you studied all
I'm
the artists
putting
in
your knowledge
MTG.
to the test. No.
Luckily, you can look at your own cards, and you can
Yep.
at least call out some of those artists.
Yep, I can do that.
Exactly.
All right.
Cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of swing with my wild crocodile.
I'll trade with it.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye, crocodile. See you
Bye.
later.
See you
Crocodile.
after a while.
Oh, I got it backwards.
Another one?
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right.
Yes.
I will untap. Draw. Ooh, the phases are so quick this time.
Turns
another
out we don't have yet another Aether Vortex on the
And I will
battlefield.
play a Hoisted Hireling.
Ooh.
Hoisted.
And he doesn't have flying, but now he does.
No, it doesn't.
No,
No,
he
it doesn't.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right. Play another forest. And we're going to go ahead and... yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and get this out there. We're going to play a little B-I-N-G.
Oh. No. All right.
So as a reminder, basically anytime a player casts a spell, put a chip counter on converted mana cost. BINGO gets +9/+9 for each set of 3 numbers in a row with a chip counter on them. As you can see, the little chip counters are right in its little belly. Is that
it's
is it
shaved
into
on the side and branded into its skin.
Oh, that's
Fun,
Okay.
family
that's
friendly.
sad.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and
Before you do anything else, can I
Yes?
just ask you, what are the names of all the artists and the cards in your hand?
let me get that
You may
really
ask.
quickly. Let me get that folio out for you really quickly. All right, so we're gonna start with I think a
Squirrel Farm.
fairly easy one. I
right.
think so. I'm gonna.
All right, you got it
Gonna-
covered?
I got it covered. So
Ooh, adorable kitten.
kitten.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah.
You think it's an easy one, huh?
I don't know.
I think that's an easy one.
I think that's an easy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's an easy
Let me
one.
just compare it to the cards I have.
Yeah, go for it. I say you take your time. Take your time.
I'm going to say... Oh, dear.
Oh dear is almost certainly
no.
incorrect.
I'm going to say Carrie Christensen.
Ooh,
Okay.
Carrie
Now,
Christensen.
who is the artist for that card?
The artist for this card is actually Andrea Raddick.
Andrea Raggett. So
It was so easy. How did I not know
How
that?
did you not know that? But fun fact.
So we actually have some unique tokens from Andrea Raddick that we are shipping out with some of our orders. So if you're interested, I don't think
That's
we're doing
why
it right
it's
now.
easy.
The kittens, yeah,
yeah.
that was so cheating. But we had some food tokens we sent out earlier in the or late last year. We've got some merfolk tokens and some night tokens that have been kind of going out here and there too. So if you're interested in getting some cool tokens, when you put in any single order from cardkingdom.com, we will actually throw in a cool little token from one of our guest artists. Oh, and if you ask very, very nicely, you might even get one of our token artists on staff to draw a custom token just for you. At the note screen on the very last page, you'll just write in, hey, would you please draw me a token in this style of this thing. We don't get to everybody. We do have a lot of requests, but it's one of the cool things we offer at cardkingdom.com. Bingo. Oh,
You're
no.
ready for it.
Oh, no. We've got a squirrel.
Oh, we
That's
got some-
nuts.
Well,
That's
fine.
nuts.
Yeah. Save that for winter.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
Anything else, Rachel?
Nope. On that note, I am good.
All right.
Untap.
This game has an ominous start.
Ooh.
I don't like that. That
I'm just going to do
that
this
signals
before
death for me.
anything else. I'm going to see what happens when I cast a spell, because I don't know. Booster Tutor.
Hey!
Booster Tutor. So please tell us how Booster Tutor
Okay,
works.
so open a sealed magic booster pack, reveal the cards, and put one in your hand.
Okay. So we didn't bring any booster packs today, but what we did bring is a bunch of battle decks. So today, right now, you are actually going to be looking at a number of cards from the battle deck Freaks of Nature. You're going to choose one of these cards to put
But I
into your
can't
hands.
cast any of those. They're green and blue. That's all right. I'll figure it out.
You do have 2 underdomes. They won't help you
that's
because
true.
these are not silver bordered, but I think we can make an exception in this case because they are all green and blue cards there.
Friendship rules.
You also you don't have to choose a creature or a spell. You could choose a land.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Well, I can't cast any of those. Can't do that.
Do you have to reveal it? I don't think you do. You just get it, right?
Yeah, I just get it. I'm
You
just
just get it.
deciding what I want here.
Ooh. I won't look, so if you want to show, look at chat.
Yeah, I got a lot of that. I think. No, that's dangerous. That's not gonna help me. Let's see. Yeah, I think it has to be this because it's the only one that I can cast and have it be useful. All right, thank you.
Okay, you're very
I've
welcome.
done it.
Put
You
those
did
away.
it. Proud of you.
You did a thing.
I've done the thing. Okay, and then I will play land for turn, which is
Oh wait,
Undergrown.
how much was Booster Tutor?
Costs 1 black.
1.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right.
There's a B.
Corner piece.
B1.
B1.
All right. Well, then I will pay 1, 2, 3 for a Goblin Haberdasher,
Hey.
That's 3.
and then I will.
And so, can you tell us a little bit about the Haberdasher?
Oh, it's a 2/2 with menace, and any other creatures that I control wearing hats in their art have menace.
Ah, yes.
He does not have a hat,
He doesn't.
but he does have flying.
He does
Whoa!
have flying. Oh,
Where'd that come
Attack for 2.
Oh. I got nothing in the air, so I take 2.
All right, and then after combat, we'll
Bum,
drop
bum, bum.
Wham. Whee.
pass turn.
All right.
Alrighty.
That was a heavy landing, but he'll be all right.
It's fine. 6 skull. It's great. It's fine.
No hat, but
No hat, but
he's hoisted.
It's fine.
He's got a
It's
rig.
It's
There's a fly system above him.
fine. Let's see here.
Yeah. So Delpha Attack is saying it's a bummer that we don't have a sealed booster back, but they were trying to figure out how they could use Booster Tutor, and they liked the idea of us using our battle decks.
Yeah.
So you could use that if you have some battle decks rolling on, or you could even just grab some cards out of your collection. Grab a commander deck, grab 15 just random cards. Popcorn Bunny, welcome. Yep, as Chris let you know, we're playing a little Unsanctioned today. So it's going to be ridiculous. It already has been.
It's already ridiculous.
Only going to get worse.
Shenanigans. All right, so we're gonna play 2, and I'm just gonna get my little old guard out on here.
Old guard.
Old guard,
All right.
yeah.
So we're going to put a chip counter.
Chip counter, yep.
So Popcorn Bunny, how this new Unsanctioned product works, I'm going to just slip it into frame there. This is actually a box set, so it is actually a constructed format. How it works is there is 5 decks within this box. There are 30 card decks, and there's 1 for each color. When you start playing, you're going to choose 2 of those decks and shuffle them together. So it is kind of a constructed format, but you get a lot of the silliness that comes out in the unsets.
Okay, cool. And then I am going to go ahead and pay 2 and reveal a card from my hand.
I'm ready.
See if it's another round of Guess That Artist.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Chat's appreciating that Adam got his deck back up to 60 cards because he actually started with an illegal deck because one of his cards was banned earlier.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sword of Dungeons and Dragons.
Can I see the
I
art
think
a
this
little
is another
closer?
easier one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
It is good art.
It's
That's
an
it.
easy one too. I'm so bad at art.
I'm pretty sure it must have been Mordekainen that did it. Or do we have D&D players here? Mordekainen.
Mordekainen, yep.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
Cross
it's
branding.
not. Yeah.
I have to guess somebody.
You do have to guess
Just
somebody.
need to guess
Let me just look at names on these.
Could be Andrea Raddick. You know that that's an artist in this set.
It is.
Final answer?
What are names of my cards? Let me do this quick. Okay, I'll say what this one. Jesper Icing.
Jesper Icing.
Now, who is the artist for...
For Swords of Dungeons and Dragons is actually Chris Ron.
Chris
R-A.
Ron.
I hope I
Yeah.
pronounced that okay.
You did, yeah. So Chris Ron is actually the artist of all of the OG swords. I think actually he may have done all of the swords art.
Interesting.
That is something I actually did not know.
Yeah, he may not have done like the Magic the Gathering online versions, but I'm pretty sure he has illustrated every sword that has entered the game. Yeah. Oh, not every sword, but every quote-unquote sword of in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I can recognize like artists from like old Magic cards. Like Mark Tadine, Anson Maddox,
We
Quentin Hoover.
don't have a lot of those in the set, I
not a
gotta
lot.
say.
Not a lot.
You're not
That's-
off to a good start.
Although there's so many new ones.
Folios.
The folios, yeah. All right.
All right.
So not the two originals. Chad has corrected me. There were two original swords of were not by Chris Ron.
Okay.
Not yet. I guess I think he did the later versions.
He
of
did the
them.
reprints.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is unfortunately all I'm going to do because I'm just going to build a squirrel army.
That sounds like a plan.
And let them
Squirrel
attack.
away some nuts there.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Can I ask what number is not in the third one in the middle of those?
This one, right here. That is an 8.
Okay, good.
So-
That's fine.
Yeah.
For me.
No waits.
Okay.
Yet.
Yet.
Knowing
Yet.
knowing Magic designers, like there's definitely an 8 casting cost.
There's one of every number in this
Yeah, I'll
set.
say there's one. So
Maybe not in every deck. They may have kind of mixed it up a little bit. But
Oh,
since
yeah.
you are playing a 2-player game, you're going to play with 4 of the 5 decks at any one time. So I think you'll get good coverage.
high likelihood. Let's see if we can find it.
I think I'm going to play a 4, which is the card that I grabbed from the regular Magic cards,
Okay.
Escaping Spy.
Yeah.
It's 2/3, and I could pay 6 mana to adapt it.
Hey. And just so chat knows, we are considering the tutor that he boosted open as a silver bordered card, since they were not in his colors.
Oh shoot! I couldn't even cast that.
You're okay. No, we said it.
All
It's
right,
okay.
that's fine.
It's
I didn't even think
Unsanctioned's about
that.
fun.
Friendship rules.
All right, fair enough. I'll tag for 2.
As I die.
Popcorn Bunny
Slowly.
says, speaking of crazy formats, they hope the next conspiracy goes back to colorless conspiracies and Draft Matters cards. I agree. I really enjoyed conspiracy. It's a really fun
It
draft
is.
format.
It
The
is.
conspiracies are real crazy.
Only obsessed, Adam. I'm confident you could get a Johannes Voss right.
That's true. That's my wife. We have we did a back to Kickstarter from him and have the little sapling art on the wall. It's great.
Aw.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's all.
All
All
right.
right.
We're at 20-16, so still anyone's game.
Wait, this says flying.
Yeah, there
As
we
long
go.
as-
It did.
It did.
It still
It
does.
doesn't need to anymore.
No, but it still does.
Well, now it does, yes.
Just in case.
Just in case. It's fine. Everything's fine, Adam. God. Let's see here. What do I want to do to you?
I'm just waiting for that bingo to go. Just blackout
Go.
bingo. Just turn into a plus 27, plus 27? No.
Yep.
9 times 6.
This card has all converted mana costs.
54.
Blackout. All right. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 8 times 9.
It's 20, it should be 28, 28.
Oh,
Oh, no,
it's-
because
it's
it's
10.
8.
It'd be
Oh,
six,
no.
7, yeah.
If I black it
That'd be a
out.
lot. That'd be a lot. Yeah, it would be.
It would
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8. Oh, jeez.
So 72. Plus 72, plus
So
72.
73, 73.
Yep.
Max.
All right. Well, I'm,
Well, for now.
I'm
Well,
just
we
gonna-
might have some other ways to boost it up.
I'm just going to do this to get it on the battlefield. 'Cause
Okay.
It's adorable. Because also,
Aw.
when this creature enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. You gain life equal to that result.
All right,
Use
you
the
can
big
use
one.
that.
Oh,
Adam.
no. Let's use. Well, you're going to use the fancy.
I'm fancy
It doesn't
schmancy.
have, you don't have to count anything on those. It just
Yep.
tells you the number.
Yep.
So these actually came in the box as well. They are included in the
Yeah.
product. So
Yes.
Rachel's going to gain 4 life.
How do we do that on this one?
Just tap on the upper side.
Ah! Ta-da.
Back up. It's almost like the game just started.
Just started.
It is with a lot of cards in the battlefield.
Reroll. All right. And then, of course, as I want to do.
Mmm.
So this does have a double-edged sword that he now sees what's in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I also get squirrels.
Free range chicken.
Okay, Okay, I got this one.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Maybe.
Eventually, she's going to run out of cards to show you.
Eventually.
Will you remember?
So this is from the original Unglued. So that means
This
it's
is
an old
card,
artist.
Unless they redid the art.
They didn't.
Okay, all right.
I remember this one.
Okay, you said you were good with old artists.
I am. I'm not great. I know some of them.
Oh, now the backpedaling.
Some of them have.
Why can't you stick to
distinct-
your policies?
There is a distinct style here, though. There's a lot of dark lines. I'm just gonna say Christopher Rush.
Christopher
Christopher Rush. Who is the artist
that's
of
a
Free
good
Range
guess,
Chicken?
Good guess. That is not. I'm not even going to. Mike Rabe? Raabe.
Mike Rabe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Mike.
Thanks.
Thanks for the squirrel.
Thanks for the squirrel. Get in there, you squirrel.
So long, and thanks for all the squirrels.
You found my weakness.
All right.
Yeah, I saw Squirrel Farm. I was like, oh, that's just too good.
That's a fun one.
Cool.
I love the art on Squirrel Farm as well.
No, same. It is.
That looks like. Who is it? Next time I see it, I'll know.
Exactly. Next time. Next time. Let's see here. What do you got? 2-3
He's got
and
a
a
2-3 that he could adapt at some point later, and a 2-2 that has menace. It doesn't mean anything right now. And unfortunately, no other creatures with hats.
No hats. No hats. All right, I'm going to pass turn.
All right.
This is a slow burn.
Yes. Unsanctioned is a real fun game. It does ungames, I would say, in general tend to take a little bit longer because you have a lot of those wackier mechanics. You're doing stuff that is outside the game often.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, for 5.
You know this one.
Oh, no! And we're back. And have we already cast a 5 CMC?
No, we have not.
Okay, so we're going to put a chip counter.
Oh no.
So yet another Aether Vortex. This makes
Well, that's in the
players.
middle?
Yep.
Oh no. What do we need? A 0 or an 8?
A 0, 8, or so
A
0,
7,
basically anything.
anything.
0,
Anything.
7, or 8.
Anything.
And a
Okay.
6. I think a 6 is on there too, right?
I think
Yeah,
6
6.
is in the corner.
6 in the corner, but
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
So, yet another Aether Vortex. Both players are going to turn over the top card of the library like they have. Those cards are actually on the battlefield as well. So they both have an additional land at this time.
And then I shall attack as well.
you shall
In
take
the
me
air.
In the air, and I have nothing in the air, so I take that.
This
After
slow burn.
combat,
Slow burn.
he falls back down.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh boy. Pass turn.
All right.
Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, and just for my edification, if I have the mana, can I cast it on his
Yes,
turn?
you can. Yeah, it is an activated ability.
You
You can
do
do it
have
at
the
any
mana.
time.
I do have the mana.
And you now have that mana.
So before end of your turn, that kind of thing, we're just gonna go ahead and
What are we showing off this time?
we're gonna show off Go to Jail.
Go to jail.
How am I so bad at this? It was on the battlefield before, and I didn't read who wrote it
No.
or who drew it.
Popcorn Bunny says, yet another Aether Vortex is the reason Paper Cube will always be superior to the online one for me. I agree.
Yep.
You can't really do this in an online game. It just does not make sense. It hardly makes sense in a paper game. But we make it work.
We do. We do.
I can look at this all day and not know who drew it.
Fair.
I'm gonna say Alex Konstad.
Alex Konstad, is that correct?
It is not, unfortunately.
Oh.
So Marco, oh my goodness.
It is
I'm not good at pronouncing names, so I do
Marco
apologize.
Tixera.
Teixeira.
That might be close.
Teixeira.
There's your extra squirrel token.
Squirrels. All right.
Squirrels. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. There's that. Draw. All right.
Yes. Oh,
Staying power.
that's a fun one.
Ooh, so this one basically is now on the battlefield, technically. It did not enter, it just kind of is. Until end of turn, and this turn effects don't end.
Okay.
So
I don't know if we have anything that is...
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Not yet.
Not yet. Yet.
And yet.
And yet.
Another Aether Vortex.
So we are going to go ahead. Let's see here. Alrighty. That is fun. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this and also pay an extra 2 to equip Sword of Dungeons and Dragons
Oh no!
to my old guard.
Oh no.
All right, so
Oh,
she's
no.
cast Sword of Dungeons and Dragons and then paid an additional.
This
2
is
to
a
equip
rogue.
Yep. So, Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from rogues and from clerics.
This is a rogue.
That is a rogue.
That is a rogue.
That one. No
Whenever
clerics.
equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a 4/4 gold dragon creature token with flying and roll a d20. If you roll a 20, repeat this process.
Critical.
So I
Thanks, I hate it.
Okay. So you now have a 4/3
I have a 4/3
pro cleric.
pro cleric, and that kind of thing. I am going to go ahead
Ooh.
and swing with my army. Oh wait, how much did that cost? That cost
That was a
3.
3?
And
We've
3 is
already
already,
got 3.
already
Okay.
covered. All right, and
All right, so a 4/3
Okay.
pro cleric and rogue, and 3 1/1s, 4 1/1s.
4 1.
All right. Well, I don't want you to have. It's when it deals combat damage to a player if it
Full
hits
player.
ranked.
Yep.
All right. So I do have to block there, so you don't get a 4/4, and then I'll block one of these little boys.
Okay.
With that.
All right.
So my haberdasher dies.
Haberdasher dies. Oh.
One of your
no
scrolls
hats.
dies, and I take 3.
All right. Oh, that guy stays tapped.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Just trying to move it
He's
back.
yeah,
in
he's
my,
an old
back into
guard.
my
He takes a
space.
little time.
It's slow.
All right.
He likes his Werthers and his
Ooh,
Sundays.
hey, now don't start calling out the Werthers. Those are delicious little candies.
Yes, they are. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it. Pass.
All right, Adam, over to you.
Draw for turn. Got more mana there.
Mana?
More manas.
Mana?
All right. This is going to be interesting.
Oh. You know I love those words.
Tap that. Tap all these.
Oh, okay.
Skull Saucer. When Skull Saucer enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and put your head on the table. I'm killing Bingo because holy cow.
Oh, it
And I
just
put my head
turned
on the
into-
table.
Sacrifice skull when your head stops touching the table. Okay, your head has now touched the table. It must remain there. If it moves, we will
Okay.
sacrifice skull saucer for you.
All right.
B-I-N-G, no! Bum, 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 bum.
I think I'm gonna attack for 2.
All right, 2 flying.
It takes 2.
All right, 2 damage.
And I'll pass turn.
This is great. We now actually have a nice inset face cam for Adam over here.
This is a little uncomfortable.
Popcorn Bunny, this was not sponsored by Reward Originals. This is actually sponsored by A. Cornelia brand peanuts. It's not nutty to be nuts about A. Cornelia brand nuts.
Oh. Hey, old fogey.
Old Fogey is now on the battlefield.
And he's got haste.
Now you have
Remember,
says.
once you open the thing, you have to eat them all.
Once you open that can, you gotta eat them all.
Just eat them all. Just eat them all.
We're not doing very well. We can't actually stop this stream until we eat them all, so it's gonna be just real.
I did not sign that contract, sir.
All right. Well, this may end quick at this point.
Cool. Then we are going to go ahead and cast Go to Jail
Go to jail.
on. Ooh, it's a tough decision. I really kind of want your head to stay on the table, so we're gonna cast Go to Jail on
All right.
your rogue
Skatewing
right there.
Spy is now
Skatewing
in
Spy.
jail.
In jail. In jail.
Probably for skating all over this plane.
Oh. And then we're gonna go ahead and cast 4 for free range chicken.
Hey.
Basically, it has a lot of words on here, but you can pay 1 and a green. Roll 2 6-sided dice. If both results are the same, free range chicken gets plus X until end of turn, where X is that result. If the total of those results is equal to any other total you have rolled this turn for this ability, sacrifice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that sort of thing. And then we're going to go ahead and... let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to pass turn.
Okay.
Actually, no. Sorry, I take that. Oh, no. I went, you started untapping, so. Dang it!
Takes. You can't really see what you're doing
Dang
over
it.
there, so.
I think everything's untapped.
Yes, correct. You're going to draw a card. Now you're going to reveal a card. That card is...
Boomstack.
Boomstacker.
Oh, no.
Oh, it dies.
It dies.
It
Yeah,
dies.
did not enter the battlefield. Bye, Boom.
Bye.
Boomstacker is one of the
Bye-bye.
new cards for this set. And what happens when it enters the battlefield is you stack 2 dice on it. It gets +1/+1 for each dice stacked on it. It must attack each turn, and if the dice ever fall over, you sacrifice it.
All right. I'm going to tap this.
Okay, 1 red.
And I think this is a black
That is a
mana
black mana, correct. 1 red, 1 black.
for an iguana.
A common iguana.
I'll
When this
discard
creature
this
enters
one.
the battlefield, you may discard a card to draw a card, which he has now done. And he
Pointy
now
Finger
has...
of Doom.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay. How does this work? Spin Pointy Finger of Doom in the middle of the table so that it rotates completely at least once. Okay, let's try this. I have to move it from there. I'm going to tap some mana. I think
Okay,
this
so you're going to tap 3.
Is that
And
3? Ooh, it is
that
3.
Is 3. And you're going to tap Pointy Finger. So he's going to spin this in the middle
I
of
think
the table.
this is the middle of the
It
table.
has to go around a full rotation, and it's going to just, nope.
Oh,
This might be harder said, it's easier said than done.
did it work?
I did not. Would you like me to spin it for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, this is really hard to do on a playmat.
Nope.
That was a full rotation that
What's
time.
it pointing at?
I would say that it's pointing at this top squirrel, right? Cutting the corner there.
Yep.
Okay, squirrel.
Okay, goodbye, squirrel.
All right, Pointy Finger of Doom. We're going to put that back on top of your library.
That is
Tapped.
tapped. Okay. Well, that was fun.
You did it.
You did
paid 3 to kill that squirrel.
Let's see how much mana I have left.
You have 1. It is your Underdome.
Oh, that's the only one I have left?
Yep.
Heck.
I mean, if you want to look ahead, you can look around to
Oh,
see.
I can play another land.
And another Underdome.
Okay.
All right.
Everything's fine.
So we did miss a trigger, so we're going to back this up just a
what
little bit.
happened?
I'm going to need you to roll
Oh,
2 dice because you
good.
are in jail right now.
Oh, let me
there you
borrow
are.
that. Tell me if they're the same.
They are
They're
not.
not.
Okay.
They could not be
Jail.
farther apart.
They are
Oh no.
polar
I
opposite.
laughed and my head came off the table.
Oh, that is very honorable for you to admit.
Yeah.
We would have not caught that.
Yeah.
Even if that was not true, I think you might just want to
No,
lift
it
your
was.
head.
It was something funny happened. I'm sorry.
Oh, your glasses fogged up a little bit.
Everything's
All right,
fine.
now we're back.
Oh, this looks different than when I left.
All your lands are tapped.
Yeah. I think I'll attack.
Okay.
Where'd all my creatures go?
Well, one's in
Just
jail.
that one.
It is a rogue, and they got caught by the city police.
Interesting.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
I am actually not going to attack.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Okay, so before we start, so on your untap step, Old Fogey phases out. So he's actually not on the battlefield anymore, but he
Yep.
still exists there. Then we're going to hit your upkeep triggers, which you have a cumulative upkeep of 1 for Old Fogey. We don't need to do the Echo because he was never cast in the first place. But if you don't pay 1, you will sacrifice him. Okay, now we're going to draw that Old Fogey.
Woo! Hopefully it doesn't hit.
Hey, and what do we have on the battlefield in its place? Another
Forest.
forest.
So that actually
Great.
works out just fine.
Yeah, not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Cool. Then we are going to. Let's see. What do I want to do?
Pass the turn.
And scoop.
Yeah.
So Yamal Squaw says cumulative upkeep doesn't actually need to be paid with facing because he's invisible. I don't believe so. Cumulative upkeep would hit on its upkeep step. I guess it would be phased out, so we
Yeah, you pretend
it's not in
there.
the game.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But that's, well, all right.
Yeah.
We already did it.
If you need that mana this turn,
I know.
That sounds right, but
I'm just gonna play Old Fogey. But
somebody will have to
also,
tweet Mark Rosewater to find out the real
Also-
situation.
We are going to just for funsies.
Okay.
Actually,
Got a lot of options.
ooh, I do. I can roll so many things.
He's at 17 life. Can you kill him this turn?
No, I cannot, unfortunately. But I can't.
Make him guess.
Make him guess.
This has gone well so far.
With staying power.
Oh.
Who's the artist?
Oh.
Another round. Ooh.
Sorry.
Yep. No worries.
There's a word on here. Is that someone's name? People
Probably
sign
not.
their artwork, right?
Oh, you know what? They
They
do.
do.
They do. Some of them. Oh, Phoenix Kid just got the cute emote from the points. That is actually our rookie. That is RCK's
Rookie!
I'm going to say the artist is Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash? Close. Very close. It is actually Richard Sardina.
Yeah, that was close.
Ah,
Yep.
that was close.
Yep, very close, very
Yeah,
close.
Some of the letters right.
Yep, so.
All right, one squirrel back onto the
One squirrel
battlefield.
back on the
It is
battlefield.
hasty.
It is hasty.
Yet another Aether
Hasty,
Vortex.
tasty.
All right.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and since Old Fogey is
Big.
big and
Okay.
hasty.
Adam, do you have any snow-covered plains?
No.
Okay, so he doesn't have snow-covered plains walk. He does have flanking rampage 2.
Oh.
Fading 3, so we're going to put 3 counters on him so we can remember that for later.
Mm-hmm.
And I will track his cumulative upkeep over here. It will be
Thank
1 on
you.
your next turn.
Thank you.
Interesting.
And then my great range chicken as well.
This is all quite bad, isn't it?
All right, so we have a 7/7, 3 1/1s, and a 3/3.
And
And a 3.
Oh, and
a
a
4/3.
4/3.
yep.
Yep. Pro clerics, pro rogues.
I have neither of those. So,
Yep.
so
I
that's good.
trapped the only one that
Yeah, I
is,
trapped
so-
that sneaky rogue.
Sneaky rogue.
Um.
That sneaky rogue.
Okay, I will double block your old guard.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
all my friends are dead, and your old guard. is
Any
dead.
responses to anybody?
I have
Nope.
nothing else.
Okay. So,
Nope. I say got nothing.
yep, so 4 damage to your 2 creatures. Kills
Yep.
them both. And
I take
that guy
7,
dies.
10, 13.
13. Down to 4.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Boom.
Faster.
All right. So on your upkeep, we're going to check out that go to jail and try to get that rogue out. I think he may have missed a escape attempt last turn. Nope.
Nope.
I'm also during my upkeep going to use my pointy finger of doom.
Ooh.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to tap those 3.
This could be bad.
All right. You can actually see it this time.
Oh, it was my mountain.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Bye, mountain.
Is it sacrifice the permanent it's pointing at?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Destroy the closest permanent the finger points to.
Ah, okay.
All right, and then I draw it for my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got another mountain.
Mountain. there it is, right back.
Yay.
I will tap it
Great.
along with these 3.
Mm-hmm.
And cast Pointy Finger of Doom.
Ah.
And then I will tap my Pointy Finger of Doom. And it kills my
Oh, this is
Oh,
this is
no.
not working out well.
No.
Underdome. I think I will pass the turn.
A wise choice, good sir. A wise choice. All right. So real quick with upkeep of. Old
Okay, so
Fogey
on
here.
your untap step, he untaps and then he phases out.
Yeah, so you ignore
So
him.
we're going to ignore him. So
Okay.
none of the other things will trigger until the following turn. However, do we need to pay the echo cost?
No.
Because it is the following.
Yeah, but
upkeep.
it's.
But if she doesn't pay it, he won't get sacrificed because he doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So would you like to pay 2?
Well, I don't think you can because it doesn't trigger because you pretend it's not there.
It's not there during the upkeep step.
Yeah. Next turn it'll be there, and then you can pay a cumulative upkeep.
Okay.
And
So
remove
echo just
fading
never
down.
actually means anything on this card.
No, it's just there because it's an old
Yeah.
mechanic.
I mean, there's a lot on this card that will never matter, but
That's
Yep. All right.
that's true.
I draw. I play.
all right.
Forest. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could do so many things.
You could.
So many things.
You don't have to do that many things.
I could do
Just like 1 or 2 of them are probably okay.
so many things. Yeah, just for funsies, I'm gonna cast Staying Power.
Oh,
Get it on the
yes.
battlefield. I'm gonna go ahead and equip my Sword of Dungeons and Dragons into my adorable little kitten.
Oh, it is adorable.
It's adorable.
Okay, and combat.
Combat. Swing,
that's enough.
Swing.
That's
I have
enough.
no response.
Hey,
Good game.
and that was game 2. So they are 1-1. We're going to take a short little break here, though. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give them a chance to separate out the cards from those decks back into their separate colors. We're going to play one more game in just a moment here, in just a few moments, I should say. But they're going to try out some new colors. So they will roll off while we're on break to see which one of them wants to add blue and Alexander Clamilton to their deck. In the meantime, we are actually going to we're going to take a little break so that we can show you a short interview that we did with a very silly and unbelievable man about unsets.
Hey, it's Kevin from Card Kingdom. Today we have a really special guest. Head designer of Magic the Gathering, Mark Rosewater, is going to sit down with us and talk a little bit about the design of Unsanctioned. Come on. So what comes first in Undesign? Is it the joke or the mechanic?
Circadian Night Owl literally started with us going, we're going to call it Night Owl. It's an owl that's a night. Well, what does that mean? And so we started from there. Like that was just, it was a cool concept, and we're like, okay, we liked the pun, and like, okay, what is it? And we had to figure that out. Likewise, we had a card, Infernus Spawnington of Evil, which was the third, and like, okay, we've made two of them. It's the third one. Like we literally commissioned the art before I knew what the card was going to do. And I'm like, okay, like I know what the art needs to be because I mean Ron Spencer did a great job with the first two. Give it to him for the third one. Okay, we'll figure it out. Like it's got to be something that we had 2 dots, so it's going to draw a line of some kind.
Yeah.
Where does that go? Now on the flip side, sometimes we just have something we think is a cool idea. Like I think Boom Stacker. How is stacking dice? How do I make stacking dice a thing? And like it started from the idea of, okay, well, what do I do? How do I stack dice and make that matter? And so it can start very mechanically. It can start super flavorfully. And it just depends what we're trying to do. After Unstable came out, people wrote to me and said, oh, you didn't do thing X or thing Y. And so I went on my way to try to make some of that stuff. We had made a commander for Host and Augment, which is one mechanics on Unstable, but it was white-green. Dr. Julius Jumblemorph, right? But there were, all 5 colors had this mechanic, and they're like, oh, I wanted a commander for all 5 colors. And I'm like, okay, so this time we made Surgeon Commander. It's like, okay, you want to make a 5-color Host Augment deck? Here you go, here's a commander to do that.
All right, Mark, so is Undesign easier or harder than normal set design?
Silver border are really, really hard to design. Like we have people that do hole filling. Whenever I send a hole filling, just the hit ratio is a lot lower. Like there's a lot of cards that are silver bordered that I tried to make black bordered, and then the rules manager said, yeah, we can't do that, and then okay, I make them silver bordered. In this set, you kind of have to know the whole of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just it's not like I just make a card and go, what is it? It's like, oh, no, well, it's this, or it starts with a name, or and it's all coming together. I'll take Alexander Clamilton as an example. Right? So like we knew we were going to make a clam card because we were doing a lot. One of the things Unsanctioned doing is making throwbacks to Unglued and Unhinged and Unstable. And so the clam folk were from Unglued. So we wanted to do a new clam folk. So I went to the pit. I went to the R&D and I said, okay, we need clam names. Give us clam names. And they were throwing all sorts of clam names. And I think Chris threw out Alexander Clamilton. And we're like, done.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. And then the question was, okay, how do you bring... Okay, what do you know about Alexander Hamilton? Like what? And so we're like, okay, well, he's a writer, and he died in a duel, and so we took that and started crafting, and like Wordy is a mechanic that showed up in both Unhinged and Unstable that cares about cards that have a lot of words on them. Like, okay, we'll somehow care about Wordy because he's a writer, and then we came up with this mechanic to represent dueling, so he can do and all that pieces came together, and then when it's finished, it's like, oh. It's not just like it's the clam, but it's Alexander Hamilton, but the card representing like all the pieces come together, and that to me is like when really it's shining is when like silver border gets to do something that in black border we do, but I get to go that, but they like more.
Okay, so how did Unsanctioned come about in the first place?
This product was originally called Parachute, and the reason it was called Parachute is we decided we wanted to make a product that didn't have a definitive date. That when the higher ups came to us and said, we need a magic product, we go, well, we have this, and we'd pull the cord on the parachute. We wanted to do something that was a little bit different, that was more of a self-contained thing. And Gavin actually had the idea originally and came to me and asked me what I thought of it, which was, what do we think of doing a silver border product that wasn't a booster product, but an all-contained thing? And we had numerous products in the past where you took the decks and you mixed them together, and they never quite got made. The other thing about Unsanctioned is we've never reprinted any Uncards. I mean, we did some promo cards when Unhinged came out, but we really haven't made any we haven't reprinted anything. So there's not a lot of people have unglued cards or even unhinged cards, and so it was fun to do. Like we got to reprint stuff and make decks, and we also knew because we're doing a new product. He said, "Well, can we make some new cards?" And of course, we can make some new cards. So the plan originally was to make 15 cards, 3 per deck. And then we ended up needing a land, so we made a 16th card.
Yeah.
And so there's 16 brand new cards, one of which is the Underdome, is in all 5 decks.
Out of all the uncards, what is your favorite?
My emotional favorite is Look at Me on the DCI.
Yep.
Because it's the one card where I designed the card, I named the card, I wrote the flavor text, and I illustrated the card. My favorite card from a game design is a card called Yet Another Aether Vortex, which was in Unhinged. And what it does is it says you play with the top card of your library face up, and if it's a permanent, it's on the battlefield in addition to being on the top of your library.
Yeah.
And that is the kind of card that at the time, the person who was the rules manager at the time, a guy named Mark Gottlieb, he's no longer the rules. He still works here. He's not rules manager anymore. I remember he's like, I am so glad that's in silver border because it doesn't make any sense in black border.
Mark, do you enjoy breaking the rules?
It's fun though when I get to silver border of just, and once again, secretly silver border does have some rules, but the rules are a little more relaxed, and I can put your card in my hand and things that we just don't normally do in black border. Like one of my favorite things about cards is they make stories. Like normal Magic cards can make stories, but like uncards are just designed to make stories, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's a card in Unstable called I think it's called Give Me 5.
Yeah.
Where like you have to go around and high five people and you gain life by how many people you high five.
Yep.
And like that just makes a moment, and there's just a story, and then people write into me and go, "I gained 42 life," or whatever it is. But that's what I love about the Unstuff is that you can make these moments and make these stories. And I'm really excited to hear the Unsanctioned stories because there's a lot of fun, and we brought out all the stops from all the old stuff. You know, you get a booster tutor, and you get to do stuff that like some people haven't done in a while now. So it's fun to expose not only people to the new cards because there's new cards in the product, but to a lot of old cards that are a lot of fun.
If you could only play with one set of unlands forevermore, what set would it be?
That is hard. I think Unstable is my favorite right now. The idea of the full art lands in this product is they're a cross between the 3 full art lands from before. So they have elements of all 3 of the previous full art lands. So that's what's going on there. So it's a combination. That's why.
What's ramp?
What's fixing?
What's a cantrip? What do you mean by splash?
I cannot! The word itself is of Scottish origin.
Seriously, does anyone else see this?
And welcome back! Yeah, so thanks to Wizards of the Coast and Mark Rosewater for agreeing to do a little interview with us and share with us a little bit about Unsanctioned, how it came about, some of the cool cards and some of his favorite cards in there. We will have that full interview. So that was 7 minutes. We've got about 20 minutes that he talked to us. That'll be going up on our YouTube page this coming Monday, March 9th. So if you're interested, you can check back at that point and see the full interview, learn a little bit more about what went into the design and some of Mark's favorites. So we've already set up the decks. Rachel is now going to be playing. What 2 colors did you pick?
I picked green and black.
Green and black. And Adam, what colors have you chosen?
I'm playing red and blue.
Red and blue. So we're finally going to see that that blue deck, see what cards come out of that. We can just jump right into the game and we'll have some fun.
Cool.
We'll have you guys roll off to see who goes first.
Oh, yeah, we should have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
Yet another 6.
All right. I will start off strong with a mountain
Uh-oh.
and a goblin tutor.
Oh.
I roll a 6-sided die, and then something happens. I search my library for a creature, reveal it, and put it in my hand.
Okay.
Excuse me while I do that.
Now, while you do that, I'll share with the class. So the other options for Goblin Tutor is if you roll a... what happens if you roll a 1?
Nothing good.
Oh, if you roll a 1, no effect. If you roll a 2, you search for a card named Goblin Tutor, which is not great. 3, you'll search for an enchantment. 4, you'll search for an artifact. 5, a creature. And 6, an instant or a sorcery.
Oh. I know. I will choose Alexander Clamilton.
You didn't throw away your shot.
Did not know.
I don't understand the Hamilton references.
Ah, good. You got two theater people here at the table. We'll cram them in there.
All right, you'll clam them in there. What?
Dead to me. Swamp.
I know clam references.
Faster.
Shut it.
Clam up.
Forgive the noob question, but will this be the first? This is their first unset. Would it ever be something an LGS would do for a draft? So with Unsanctioned specifically, you can't do a draft because it is a sealed product. But you could do a sealed event. Check with your local LGSs, I should say. They might be doing something really cool. Do some sort of event around it. But unfortunately, you can't really do like a traditional draft with this.
Okay, so I played water balloon game. So when each of us casts a spell, we move our counter up one. That one's yours, that one's mine. Whichever one of us gets the 5 first, we make a 5/5 pink giant teddy bear token, and then either set both the counters to 0.
Ooh.
And I will pass turn.
All right. This does not bode well for me, but that's okay. Hey, play a forest. Forest and swamp. And we're going to go ahead and play an Inhumaniac. 2.
Put yours up 1.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Inhumaniac.
basically, I roll a 6-sided die on the beginning of my upkeep, and it does some stuff. On a 3 or 4, I put +1/+1. On a 5 or higher, 2 +1/+1. And on a 1, I remove all +1/+1s. So,
Interesting.
Okay.
pass turn.
All right, draw for turn. I will play an Underdome.
Underdome.
And I will also play your friend and mine, Alexander Clamilton.
Ah, here he is.
Let the references start that I don't understand.
Immigrants, they get the job done.
They do.
There you go. Pass turn.
So how Clamilton works while Rachel starts her turn, whenever he casts a spell at him, a wordy spell, he's going to describe to a wordy spell is if it has 4 or more lines of rules text. He can pay 1 and a red and tap, and he's going to choose target creature he doesn't control, reveal the top card of his library, and Alexander Clamilton gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of lines of rules text on that card. And then he's going to fight. So we get that dual mechanic. No Aaron Burr, unfortunately.
Nope. Oh, fine. So
You
I
got a
rolled
2.
I rolled a 2, which does nothing.
I know about Aaron Burr because he was in that peanut butter commercial.
Aaron
with the
Burr.
got milk.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr. So I do know something about Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
I also know he's on a $10 bill.
Correct.
You are correct.
Something, the treasury.
Yes.
I learned that in school.
All right, and I'm going to play my Wild Crocodile, which I can
Alright.
search for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in my hand.
Great. She gets another counter on that water balloon game.
Yep, and then I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn.
Okay. 0-4 Alexander Clamilton.
All right, I'm just going to get a swap.
All right.
I don't like it when you laugh like that.
Do
Adam.
not like.
Oh, it's not good.
Do not like.
I'm just happy about it.
Do not like.
All right.
Boom stacker.
Boom. All right.
Boom,
Here are 2
shaka,
dice.
I have to.
laka.
Oh, now also this is a wordy card.
Oh, it is.
It has more than 4.
So I scry
he's
2.
going to scry 2 as well.
Let me see what I got in here. I think I will put this one.
And so as Boomstacker enters the battlefield, he's going to put 2
that
6-sided
one up
dice
on
on there
top.
as he has.
That one
When,
on
that creature must attack each turn. It gets +1/+1 for each die on it. And if the dice ever fall over, he has to sacrifice Boomstacker.
Very sad. I will pass turn.
So if I shake the table.
That is
Popcorn Bunny has shared that Hamilton is one of the people responsible for the Federal Reserve banking system. That's correct.
See?
Yeah.
Something-
Hamilton built a lot of the structure, especially financial structure, in the United States government.
Would you have known that if not for the play?
No.
Just asking.
I mean, I would now because Popcorn Bunny shared it with us.
Sure. Okay. Popcorn Bunny. Would you know that if the? Oh, it's a musical. Would you know it without the musical? I don't know.
Perhaps.
I knew about
Yes,
Aaron Burr
yes.
because of the peanut butter commercial, so
Aaron
that's where we're
Burr.
at. Just laying it all out there.
On my upkeep, I need to roll for Maniac.
Yeah,
1.
one.
It doesn't
Nothing
have
happens.
On a
Nice.
1, on a 3 or 4, it gets a counter. On a 5 or higher,
higher.
it gets 2 counters. On a 1, remove all count. Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any counters, so yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go ahead and cast Jumbo Imp.
Jumbo Imp.
This goes
Ooh,
up to
that's a
4.
lot of cards.
We're getting so close.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
so-
And then as it enters battlefield, I have to roll a 6-sided die.
Oh!
And that's just going to go on there. And it's a battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the results. At the beginning of my update, I have to re-roll the number, or I roll another 6-sided die, put a number of +1/+1 counters on Jumbo Imp equal to the results.
Whew.
At the beginning of your end step, roll a 6-sided die and remove a number of them. So at the end of my turn, I have to roll to see how many counters I remove. But at the beginning of my upkeep, every single time, I get a
Gotcha.
re-roll.
So it could get bigger.
Could get bigger.
Bunny just shared with us, it doesn't actually stipulate that it is a d6. You could stack any type of die on there. I don't know which one you would want.
I feel
if
like
not a
these are the
D6.
most stable.
Yeah, maybe a 12-sided, but even then.
Does a coin count as a D2?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, excuse me.
Rules lawyer. No. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Well, what does this thing do? There's a lot of words on there.
There is a lot of words on there, and basically I get to put counters on and take counters off at the beginning of my upkeep and the end of my turn. Actually, so at the end of your end step and that kind of thing, I have to basically roll, and I take off 5, so it's a 1/1 now.
Okay,
So
that's not so bad.
So it
It's
could
just
get
kinda
bigger, it could get smaller.
All right.
Beginning of your turn, it gets bigger.
I will
end
draw
of your
for
it gets
turn.
smaller. Okay.
I don't think this is when I attack.
And Yama Squall just shared with us that Mark Rosewater actually did rule in. He said that coins don't count as dice.
All right. I will pay 2 for a common iguana. This goes up by 1, and when it enters, I may discard a card, and if I do, I will draw a card. I'm going to discard this other Ether Vortex because we've seen it too many times.
Yeah, it gets
And I'll
messy.
draw a card.
Yeah.
And then I will cast my 5th spell,
Oh no!
which is going to be Magic Word. As Magic Word enters the battlefield, choose a word. And then I can whisper the chosen word to tap the enchanted creature. I'm going to put it on your Inhumaniac. No, Jumbo Imp is probably scarier.
Okay. What is the word you choose?
The word. So let me tell you a story about my favorite word.
Okay, go for it. We're on the right track.
So in England, they have a lot of strange words for different foods that we're familiar with in America. And a rutabaga in England is called a swede, and I just think that's the best thing. So I'm going to say the word is swede.
That's sweet. That's a real sweet answer.
Yeah. So I've said the
All
word.
right.
I've said the word.
Nope.
Swede.
So is it whenever you say the word,
I have to
she
whisper
must
it.
tap that creature? Okay.
Swede.
Swede. Whew. All right. So that is tapped to the jumbo.
And then this goes up to 5.
Okay. So that is going to reset both
removes
counters.
all the counters, and I get a 5/5.
Okay. That goes
Pink
back down
giant.
to 1 then?
It goes down to 0.
Ah, I see. There is your giant teddy bear.
Oh, there it is.
And we'll prep these for when you start casting
Sure is
some more
pink.
spells.
All right.
Pink.
And then I shall declare attacks on because I must.
You
I'm going to move
must.
everything out of here. My boom stacker will attack,
Okay.
and he gets 2 more dice.
And whenever it attacks, he stacks 2 dice on top of it.
Ooh, here we go.
So it is now a 4/4.
4/4.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the 4.
Okay.
All right, then he
Okay.
will go out of the combat.
Out of the red zone. Okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine, and I will pass turn.
Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. Cool. Roll for Inhumaniac. Nothing happens.
Okay. Roll for
and
Jumbo
roll for
Imp.
Jumbo.
Imp. So he's now a 3/3.
Okay.
Does
And
he-
he is untapped.
He's untapped. Okay.
Unless I say sweet.
Tap it. He may forget eventually.
How do you feel about rutabagas? Be honest.
I hate them actually.
They're my very favorite root vegetable. Thank you.
They're not as good as nuts, especially A. Cornelia brand nuts. It ain't nutty to be nuts about A. Cornelia nuts. This stream is brought to you by A. Cornelia nuts. The nuts. They're not there. They are.
Yep.
They are legit nuts. Luckily, no nut allergies here today.
No nut allergies. Nope.
Careful with
All
the
right.
elbows. Table
4
friend.
mana. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Can't ask the same of her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Nope. All right. Elvish impersonators. I do very terrible impersonation. Anyway, as Elvish impersonators enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die twice. Its base power becomes the first result, and its base toughness becomes the second result. So
It is a
2. 2.
2/2.
Will you put 1 counter for Rachel on the balloon game?
There's one for you.
1 for me. Woof. Pastor. Oh, sorry. And in my turn, I have to roll.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So she kills the jump
Oh,
over.
I don't have to
Zero,
say
zero.
sweet anymore.
You don't have to say sweet.
Bum, bum, bum.
Too bad.
Sweet.
Bye, sweet.
All right, untap, draw 4 turn.
We can just put a 2 on there since we know that
I
it is a
know.
2/2.
I just like using the big giant deck because it's
Yeah.
fun.
I think I'm gonna attack.
Going to combat?
Go to combat.
I just say so because he might need to borrow some dice here in a minute.
No, he gets nothing.
I'm gonna just stop touching the table. Oh, it's like Jenga.
Oh, that's a 6.
All right, so you're moving that card a lot more than you really need to, but I respect.
I
that.
have to do it the right way.
I'm gonna go ahead and is it a trample?
No.
No. All right.
He's just a big old 6.
Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and double block right there and call it good.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like my boom stacker is not long for this world. Let me do some.
Arrange
I'm passing the turn. I'm just gonna Oh, I'm sorry.
Stretching those
This is
elbows.
gonna take a minute for me to get this back.
Yeah,
over
take your
here.
time. Take your time. All right.
All right. Play Underdome.
That is tall. You can't see it from your angle, but it is tall.
Who lives, who dies, who shells Adam's story. Mm-hmm. That's also a musical reference. And a clam joke.
It is
2 for 1.
It's a twofer.
Espionson.
All right. We're just gonna play
Timmy.
Timmy Power.
Very nice.
Almost.
So that's one more on the balloon game.
yeah.
Did you cast a spell on your turn? You did not.
I didn't.
All right, and I get to put actually 2 counters on my hand.
Hey.
So it's 3 now.
That's pretty good.
Getting bigger.
Hooray.
I know.
I'm just getting them ready for you.
It's not gonna.
Just prepping. Actually, do we want to do if it's? Ooh, actually, no, I can't do that. Yeah, faster.
Focus. All right. Untap step. Rachel is no friend to the boom stacker.
Nope.
Whoa.
Cool.
I feel like that's a little bit cheating, but it's not.
It's an unset. What did you expect?
All right.
All right. Playing a mountain.
Trying to actually not knock my arm to my chair
All
on
right.
the table. That's definitely would feel bad.
I'm gonna fight.
Okay. Are you activating Alexander Clamilton?
We're gonna do a duel.
Okay.
Duel?
So you are going to choose target creature you don't control.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you choose?
I choose Timmy.
Timmy. All right. And you're going to tap Alex there. So we're going to reveal the top card of your library. He's going to get plus XO until end of turn, where X is the number of lines of rules text.
Does that count as a line of rules text?
That does not.
Oh.
So no reminder text. He revealed a basic island. So it is a 0/4. It's going to now fight.
A 1/1.
Yep. So
Bink.
nothing happens.
Nothing
Well, so 1 damage is marked on Alexander Clamilton. He has a 0/3 until.
Then I shall attack.
Oh, okay. All
All right,
right.
I'm gonna
You
attack.
have to stack first.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's when he attacks. Well, let's see.
He
Enters
attacks.
the battlefield or okay, you're right. Yeah, because the attack happens. You have to tap him to acknowledge that. Great. Now you're gonna stack 2 more dice on it. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get all the way up to the camera.
He's an 8/8.
He's an 8/8.
He's an 8/8.
That's it.
Cool. Awesome. I'm gonna
Timmy.
block with Timmy and take
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Okay, and the giant teddy bear still hits that.
Pass turn.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So we're now at 20
Focus.
to 11.
Oh,
Oh,
remove
goodbye
all
counters.
Yep.
Rachel's rolling as hard as she can.
I
I noticed.
know. It's just a regular amount. I'm not mad.
Fine.
And I'm curious if you had what's the grasshopper
Yep.
that you throw onto the battlefield? Not the grasshopper.
Oh, the slaying mantis.
The slaying mantis. You could slay the dice. Just gotta toss it at it.
Exactly. Just like tink, and the tower shall fall.
I'm just taking a picture of that boom stack.
If
Real
only
quick.
we had
Yeah.
a banana for scale. I'm just gonna real quick do this, and we're gonna play Enter the Dungeon again.
Oh.
And just do rock paper scissors.
All right,
rules.
so rock paper scissors. They're gonna both go under the table here. They're gonna play
Oh,
rock
this
paper
is.
scissors.
I'm gonna bump the table.
I'm going to ask you both to shout out your choice
okay.
as you actually hit it, so
All
that
right.
we can hear. Since we won't get that visual. All right, under the table.
1, 2, 3, paper.
Scissors.
That's 1 for Rachel. Best 2 of 3?
Sure.
That would
Okay.
be best 2 of 3. That's perfect.
1, 2, 3, rock.
Okay, that's tie.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah.
I can't. Sometimes I can walk and talk. Sometimes
right.
I fail miserably.
It was very close, y'all. Those
very
dice were like, we had some tower
Next
Pisa
time you
going.
say it first, and then I'll say mine.
Ah, there you go. There we go.
All right. So you are going to search your deck for a card,
Two cards.
two
Two
cards,
cards,
and
and
put
then-
them in your hand. You don't even have to show us. You can show the chat if you
Chat.
wish.
I was saying, I might do that.
It's only 8 tall.
So
Only.
far, we only have 4 more dice, and then we have more dice than that. I'll find more dice.
Oh, it's not gonna last. This next one.
It's pretty good. This is as far. We did a little testing before we started. Would you please add another counter to Balloon Game?
Of course. You did
Thank
cast
you,
the
Emmy
spell.
Squall.
It's at 3 now, right?
It is at 3.
Okay. I wasn't sure what it was at before.
She needs her own giant teddy bear pretty soon here.
I do.
Maybe.
How do y'all feel about silver bordered cards in Commander? While Rachel searches.
I think that there are certain ones that are fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But some, like, Water Balloon Game is fine because it's just like it makes a 5/5 every few turns for someone.
Sure.
Like, there's no problem with that.
Yep.
There are certain ones that are ridiculous. Like, Boomstacker's fine. It's not going to break anything. It's just, it's a
It's
little
not
silly.
gonna last long. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not going to last long. But, like, and like stuff like this where you play a sub game, no
yeah.
way.
No.
Way. But there's a lot of cards, there's a lot of silverboard cards that are fine
Yep.
for Commander. But
Yep.
it's hard to pick and choose, like, from the rules committee's point of view. If you had to say, well, these 12 cards are good, but these 35 cards are not, it makes the ban list complicated.
Yep.
So they just
I would say it's really up to each play group. So,
Yeah.
chat with your play group and be like, hey, I really want to play water gun balloon game. Would
Right,
that be
right.
okay in my deck? Most of the time, your group's going to say, yeah, sure, that sounds
Right.
ridiculous.
And
but
if you have a deck, it's like I have the theme of my deck is host and augment, so I want to play host creatures and stuff. It's like they're fine generally, but it just
yeah, or if
because
you want
they're
to play
not
the
black
Surgeon
bordered,
Commander, so you get the 5 color
Exactly.
augment.
All
Yeah.
right.
You do not have to reveal these? Oh, only to chat.
Chat.
Look away.
Chat.
Oh, I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got those 2 things.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. And it's still Rachel's turn.
It is still my turn.
Luck is not
this
on my
time.
side.
No.
This
No.
or maybe you just got the superior rock paper scissors strategy.
Maybe.
That's what it is.
Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that for Squirrel Farm.
Oh,
Hey.
you know my only weakness.
Your only
You know all the
weakness.
artists now. And would you please increase the water gun balloon
Oh, of
game
course.
to 4?
Yeah. But unfortunately, I tapped that wrong, so I cannot actually.
Do you have?
Oh, you can.
You're
Yeah, on your
green.
dome, will tap for any color if it's for a silver bordered card.
Oh yeah, silverboard costs. That is definition. Aha.
Sneaky.
So sneaky. So we're gonna do this one here real quick, just because I think it's fun. Half squirrel, half.
I'm
You
gonna
know-
say.
Oh, no, go ahead. I don't want to give it
Alana
away.
Danner?
No.
No, who is it now?
It is again Andrea Raddick.
Hey, back to the Raddick. Cute animals.
She should know that. I should
Cute
know that.
animals.
I should
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
All the cute animals.
There's that
every
squirrel.
time.
There's that squirrel. That darn squirrel.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. That is my turn.
All right.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me, Boomstacker.
Oh, look at that. All right. That's pretty good.
I was going a
Hold
little,
your breath.
Go a little
little
fast.
hard on that one. All right. Draw
All
for
right.
turn.
Drawing a card.
All right. Here we go. Play a land.
Carefully. Careful.
All right.
Tapping 6 mana.
For a wordy card, so I scry 2.
Ooh,
I only
all
got
right.
one shot at this, so let's make it
Stet
work.
Draconic Proofreader.
Yes. Keep them like that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna,
Would you actually add 1 counter to your water gun balloon
I
game?
do.
Might not get there in
and
time.
then Alexander is going to fight your Inhumaniac.
Okay.
Okay.
And this thing has 4 lines of rules text.
The Super Duper Death Ray. Let's see. Trample is 1. It's got reminders, so that's 2. Super Duper, 3, and 4.
Yeah, and the rest is flavor text. So
Flavor
4.
text does count. So
4
it's now a
damage.
4/4. It will fight Inhumaniac, deal 4 damage to it. Inhumaniac will deal 1 damage to Alexander Clamilton.
Hey, man,
And then I will attack.
All right, you must
I must attack.
on some levels.
All right. Can I have 2 of those?
Well,
please?
you get to tap it first. We'll be doing
This isn't gonna work. I'm also attacking with these two, but I'm not
Okay.
putting them close to it.
Okay.
Now, I have a rules question that we should reach out to Mark Rosewater about. It says stack 2 dice on top of the card. Does that mean you have to stack them in succession, or can you stack them together as you were doing?
Oh no!
It's not looking good, so we're gonna let you do them together.
Oh no!
Oh,
No, it's not gonna work.
come
on,
Can you find
balance.
that seat spot?
Maybe start down here. No.
Oh.
no.
All right, and Boom Stacker has booms.
8 was the
Boom
limit.
goes
8
the
was the limit.
dynamite.
Okay.
Good. Boom goes the dynamite.
So we still have a 5/5 giant teddy bear and a
And a
1/3 common iguana coming at
and a lot
Rachel.
less stress over here.
Cool,
Yes.
awesome. I'm gonna block the teddy bear with
Okay.
my squirrel.
And you take one.
Take
take
one. Ha ha ha! My master plan.
It works.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay.
No.
You feel real confident about that.
Everything's fine.
Everything is fun.
Producer
Everything's
hand keeps
awesome.
coming in for some of those A. Cornelia brand nuts.
Yep. They're good.
Once you pop the stop, you just can't
But
eat
eat
them.
them.
You can't stop eating. I don't know. They tried.
Kevin, you work in a marketing department.
I didn't write the slogan. Those dang squirrels did.
All right, and we're gonna cast Slaying Mantis again.
All right.
Okay,
So
3 feet
first off,
away.
we have a cast trigger. So we're gonna
Yeah,
put
I'm
one
not.
more.
I can't. Oh yeah.
We're gonna
Yep.
put one more on that and then remove them all. And
you get
you
a
are
giant
gonna get
teddy bear.
a giant teddy bear before
buddy.
anything happens.
Hey, buddy. All right, and so I have to cast this from at least 3 feet
3 feet away. Yeah, you are 3 feet from there. Okay,
What about
perfect.
here?
And whoosh. Oh,
Oh,
no. Okay.
off the
So
table.
it does still resolve. It does
Yep.
not kill anybody.
It does not kill, but basically, each creature in opponent control said it touched as it entered.
Oh, okay. So I know for a fact it touched Stet.
Oh, can we get a playback?
Nope.
This is not the NFL. So it fights.
It may have touched Iguana, but I know for a
yeah, we
fact
weren't
it
paying
did
attention.
hit Stet.
Yep.
Okay, it did.
It slid across
Okay.
Stet.
We'll just
Is
go-
it a fight or is it a destroy?
When Slaying enters the battlefield, it fights each creature and opponent
Okay.
controls that it touched as it
All
entered.
right.
So it's going to fight Stet,
All right.
take 4 damage itself, but still survive.
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right.
I shall untap.
I'm going to remove this counter as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you have
They
not
all
cast
go
a
away.
spell yet.
All right. Let's see what we can do here. Turn. Okay.
That was a
Okay.
card.
Okay.
Turns out
Okay.
was a card.
Was card? Was card indeed.
And we're coming into the home stretch of the game here. Although I guess Adam's still at 20, so it's really just the home plate.
Attack for 5.
Okay.
I take 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. No upkeep triggers.
Nope. Another swap.
Producer, would you alter the deck names? Adam is now on blue-red, and Rachel's
Oh.
on
Black
black
green.
green.
Black green.
Just in time.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris.
He was eating a Cornelia brand nuts. I mean, they're
that is-
distracting.
that is fair.
Yeah.
That is very fair. Cool beans. We're gonna go ahead and pay 2.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna reveal Bronze Calendar.
Do you know the artist of Bronze Calendar?
I don't.
I am shocked.
Why does
Adam.
it say bronze calendar, not bronze colander?
Because it's funny.
Or maybe you say colander because it's a
Colander.
voice different
oh,
than your
yes,
own.
it's colander.
That's the
Colander.
joke. That's the joke on it, I guess. I figured it out.
The deep cut jokes.
There might be
are-
31
That is Melissa Benson.
bullholes.
Melissa Benson? That is Melissa Benson.
Hey! All right. You got one right. So proud of you.
She signs it with that little M on the side every time.
Ah.
She's an old. She did Shivan Dragon originally.
Yep,
Okay.
I was
All
saying, that
right.
makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. See?
Checks
Fine.
out. Your
Fine.
story, it checks out.
Fine.
No squirrel.
No squirrel. No squirrel.
Not yet.
That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and actually
That free range chicken.
That free range chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Just get that out there. And I'm going to go ahead and attack in for
11.
11.
I am going to block your giant teddy bear with my iguana,
Okay.
and then I am going to
Oh, no.
cast
Oh, no.
a wordy spell and do 4 damage to it. 4 lines of rules text. 4 damage to that. So these trade.
Okay.
I get
you
to
will
scry
scry
2.
too.
Okay.
And goodbye.
Goodbye, teddy bear.
So you cast one spell, the free range chicken. That was it. So we're going to put 1 counter on for you. You cast 1 spell, so you're going to get 1 counter as well.
And then before.
Things are
yeah,
resolved.
yeah,
Yeah,
before
yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff, I'm going to fight your slaying mantis with my
Ooh.
7/4 Alexander Clamilton.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
Who lives, who dies? Who tells Clam's story?
I don't.
We all will, because it's on stream.
Everybody wins.
It'll live forever in VOD. And by forever, I mean 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. Pass turn.
All right. Wow, this board got very clear very quickly
Yep.
here. Things are turning around.
Turn around.
Every now and then you play a water balloon game. Water gun balloon game.
Yes.
3
8 mana.
6.
For
8
an
mana.
avatar of me.
Avatar of me.
Its power is equal to your height. I'm 6 feet. Its toughness is
Okay.
equal to your shoe size, which is 13.
Oh,
So
jeez.
613.
And it's brown. Attack for 5. Oh, and I get a counter on here.
Look. My favorite.
All right. Oh, chicken.
Chicken. All right.
Chick.
Pass
All
turn.
right.
Okay. Avatar of me. Woe is you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Avatar of whoa.
Whoa. Cool. Yeah. The only thing I can really cast is Bronze Colander. Oh yes.
Yes.
Right.
So as it enters the battlefield, she must start speaking in a voice other than her own. If she ever speaks in a regular voice, we're going to sacrifice that Bronze Colander.
Not good. No.
Can you
spells
say-
she casts? Cast 1 less to cast.
Can you say rutabaga in an English accent?
Rutabaga.
No, that's wrong.
That was Julia Childs there. That
You're
was
supposed
pretty
to
good.
say Swede.
No, I shan't. You can take that garbage route elsewhere. And I pass my turn, Gwyn. Because that's all I can do.
Now, you may change your voice, too. You're not locked into the English voice. If you want to try out some other ones, we had some fun options that we were playing around with earlier. I won't force you into any of them.
I'm going to
I can't
attack.
do them well.
I shall attack
So,
with my
a
friends.
613 him and a 5/5 teddy bear.
Good sir, I die.
Well,
I die. a
You
good
could you could make a squirrel potentially.
Potentially, but I don't think I will be able to. We will test it out. Actually, no, he's got me no matter what. It's a
Oh, he
single,
does,
yeah.
doesn't he? Yeah.
matter.
Make him guess anyway.
Make me
She's
guess.
already guessed this one.
Will he remember though?
Ooh, that is the little rub, my good sir. What were some of the other accents we were workshopping?
There's so many artists.
You'll never guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. I just Skeletored directly into the microphone.
I don't remember it. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, a cute animal.
Cute animals.
I don't remember her
It's
name.
Andrea Rudd.
Andrea Rudd.
Raddick.
So I'm going to get a
One
squirrel,
squirrel.
and
It
I
won't
vlog
mean
this
much.
thing, and I still take 5 to my face.
Hey, good job, y'all.
Yay.
Good match.
That was a game of magic.
Indeed.
Well, thank you all for coming and joining us today to watch us have some ridiculous fun. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It was actually me. And it was, probably. It was also the idea of A. Cornelia brand nuts, because once you pop that top, you just can't stop eating the nuts. Never touched by dirty chipmunk hands.
Nope.
Thank you also to Mark Rosewater for sitting down with us to have a little chat. Remember, next Monday, these nuts, I shouldn't have eaten them as I was
You
talking.
shouldn't. I was saying,
that was not
that's
a smart idea.
Bad idea.
Nope.
Bad actor move.
No, it's okay. They're very chewy. Aaron Burr! Aaron Burr! Remember that this coming Monday, March 9th, we're going to release the full interview with Mark. So there's going to be a lot more information there. So check back on our YouTube page. You'll be able to see that. You can also check out this video on our YouTube. We'll be posting this a little bit later. You may already be watching this on YouTube. So if you are, go ahead and hit that like button or put some comments in about all the ridiculous stuff we had. Thank you, Rachel, so much for coming and playing with us today. Thank you, Adam, so much for coming and stacking some dice with us today. Good job, you both. Thank you, most of all, though, for coming and watching us. Cartoon would be nothing without you. So thank you for being part of our community. And we'll see you next time.
What's ramp?
What's fixing?
What's a cantrip? What do you mean by splash?
Just
I
like,
cannot! The word itself is of Scottish origin.
seriously, does anyone else see this?